Yeah, how much credit do you give to the Pope?
A lot.
Yeah, you got a lot of credit to the Pope.
So much Pope credit.
The Pope might have turned everything around for the city.
Pope. It's like Pope 1,
yeah.
Ben Johnson 2, Caleb Williams 3, Mikey Betts' friend who was 0-7 in Bears game, and Mikey Betts made him leave the game last night right when the turnaround happened 4.
The Pope.
On today's Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings, NFL Week 16. We're going to recap it all. Crazy Saturday night. Crazy college football playoffs we're going to recap. JMU. Shout out JMU.
Safety issue.
Spread. We have teams eliminated, teams alive, some upsets, some crazy games. We're going to get to all of it. It's another Monday, Pardon My Take. Nothing better. We're going to start with fastest 2 minutes. We got Who's Back of the Week as well. And it's all brought to you by Game Time. The NFL's in full swing. Tailgates, packed stands, that buzz before kickoff, but getting in nightmare. Queues, price jumps, getting logged out mid-click. All you want is to be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. Zach, you got one for me?
I do, yes, sir. This Sunday, you can get in to see Patriots at Jets for just $67 right now.
$67. So take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Redeem code PMT for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Monday, December 22nd, week 16.
What? Let's be the first to wish you and yours a Merry Christmas. We're saying it again.
In Chicago, where Jordan Love hurts, Love scars, as a quarterback was knocked out of the game in the first half, only to have Malik Willis tower over the Bears defense using his arms and legs, making Bears fans fall to the floor in agony as the game felt like it was slipping away. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God, is that the Iceman's music? The game swung on Romeo Dobbs being not the one as he fumbled an onside kick and let the Iceman cometh, and cometh he did, hitting Ja'Day Walker on Sunshine for a tying score. And DJ, no more Mr. Nice Guy, as the Bears come back in a thrilling win and take control of the NFC North. As our good friend Morton Anderson says, you can't ice, and Caleb Williams is cold-blooded. I'm Rick James, bitch. Bears 22, Packers 16. What?
We head over to D.C. where the game started off with a bang when Mike Breen Sanderstill forced Will Stripley to fumble the opening kickoff to a Commanders field goal, leading to a Commanders field goal. But Devontae Kevin Smith said silent Bob B. Wagner as he came back with a touchdown to take the lead. Then a few drives later, and a chance to extend the lead, stinky Jake Smelliot continued to fucking stink as he missed a 43-yarder. But Bill E. Madison looked at the Eagles' defense and said, "You blew it!" as he scored a touchdown to regain the lead. Oh, but look, the Eagles are going to tie the game going into the game. Nope! Smelliot fucking stinks again. Oh, cool. A penalty, 5 yards closer, another chance. Nope, Smelliot strikes again. Second half.
In the second half, Marcus the Virgin Mary Ota experienced stigmata, bleeding spontaneously from his hand on the first drive and bringing Josh Johnson and Johnson into the game to take some experimental shots, causing the Commanders' offense to die suddenly. Meanwhile, after getting his stocking stuffed on the tush push, Jalen Hurts found Debbie Does Dallas Goedert on a nice deep throat in the back of the end zone to kick off the second half. Bang bang, bird gang bang. After scoring a late touchdown, the Birds went for 2 and got into a fight, resulting in Javon Kinlaw, disqualification.
Disqualification!
Tyler Steen, disqualification.
Disqualification!
Quan Martin, disqualification.
Disqualification!
A lot of penalty flags on the field, but even though it was all yellow, Chris Martin Rodriguez scores on an ice-cold play in garbage time, making the final. Eagles 29, Commanders 18.
We now head down to Carolina, where Zach was on the scene for the Bucs and Panthers.
In Carolina, Baker baby one more time, Mayfield hits Mike Evian, who achieves maximum hydration and super soaks into the end zone from 1 yard out. Shortly after, Bryce, young and wild and free, roll a pass, smoke a pass. When you throw like this, you're supposed to score it. Roll out, pass play, it's a touchdown for 6 points. To big number 4 McMillan, not the little one. But wait, Sean White-Tucker activates double McTwist mode on the Panthers defense. Thankfully, they gave up on the play faster than Meow Mix in week 5. Respectfully, congrats on the win, boys. To seal the deal, Bryce Young Thug then throws to his best friend, best friend, Jatavion Shador Sanders, who throws one arm up in the end zone, signifying just how legendary that pass was. Sad day, bad day for the Bucs. Carolina 23, Tampa 20.
Thanks, Zach. We now head to Dallas for Oldie.
Here we go. We head over to the Big D in Dallas, Jerry's World, eh? In the first quarter, Ryan got rocked. Reynolds Flournoy scores on a nice 5-yard snipe. Then we head to Sam Quinton. Quality Johnson helped the Chargers offense get the Folsom Prison Blue. Walked the line after making a sick one-handed catch. You might have seen him horsefly, maybe even a super fly, but have you seen our boy, lad, McConkey fly to the end zone on a 25-yard bangers, beans, and mash to put the Bolts up 14-6 at half. George Stickin' Pickens answered for the boys, but then Omar in Hammertown, Hampton, busting up the middle like a body armor flash IV, barreling through the teeth of the Cowgirls defense. Justin Bieber, Herbert with a sing, Beauty and the Beat. All went down to put a big D licking on the Cowgirls, honoring the Canadian hat trick with a score. 1 TD, throw 2 more, and the Bolts go on marching 34-17.
Great job, Oldie. We head now down to New Orleans, where Memes was there for the Jets.
In New Orleans, we getting chucked tonight, we getting chucked tonight, we getting chucked tonight, we getting chucked tonight. What's that in the sky? It looks like a huge Juwan Johnson, as he had 8 receptions for 89 yards. I like bad bitches, that's my shucking problem. And yeah, I like to shuck, I got a shucking problem. Demario David Guetta said, "This is for his family," as he led the Saints defense to keep the Jets out of the end zone. Shuck with me, you know I got it. Say, Audrey Kesame, I heard you like him young. I heard you like him Chase Young, as he led the team in rushing and the defense had a season high in sacks. I shuckin' need you more tonight. I shuckin' need you more than ever. Kellen Moore said, "This is the end," as he introduced his pet. I call him Channing Taste Yum Hill, as he let him throw a touchdown pass on their final drive. I see you riding around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, shuck you. As for the Jets, Brady Cook tried. Saints 29, Jets 6.
Thanks, Memes. In Cleveland, where it felt like a Far East brothel. No, we didn't see a Chinese penis, but we did see a Ty Johnson score. Harold and Kumar Fannin continued his great rookie season with a touchdown, and if you thought you were watching Tokyo Drift, it was actually just Shador Sanders in the pocket as he navigated nicely for portions of the game, but still made mistakes as Luke Daquan Jones wasn't sleeping on his second half interception. The Bills played with their food in this one, but a win is a win in this league, and no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Bills 23, Browns 20.
We go to Nashville, where the Kansas City Chiefs are playing a meaningless game for the first time in 11 years. Against the Tennessee Titans, who are playing a meaningless game for the infinitieth time since 2021. That's when they got the number 1 overall seed with head coach Mike Vrabel. Cam Charlie Wilson's Ward had a Stinger missile attached to his shoulder, firing to the Red Bastards and protecting Nashkanistan. The shit really hit the fan for the Chiefs as Chimera DK Metcalf hauled in a touchdown, and Tennessee fans are trading in their Taylor Swift records for Kelly Clarkson as Gardner Minshew been gone. Yeah, yeah. I can win for the third time. Watching the Chiefs have another quarterback injured, turning to street fighting man Chris Oladukin for the loss. Titans 26, Chiefs 9.
We don't have a boomer for this one, but we need to mention the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence of Arabia are the best team in the AFC, maybe.
Hey, go get some money out of the Travis ATM.
Trevor Lawrence, Brenton Strange, that's just a name.
Cam, little boy blew it. Oh no, he did it. He nailed it.
Liam Cohen Brothers, 34-20, Jaguars.
Tony, can you dig it?
Can you dig it? Jags, we're jagging off.
Jag it off, jag off, jag off, jag off. I just nutted.
We're just did an impromptu boomer for the Jags.
See you in the pool.
Standing on the corner, Jameis Winston in Hoboken, such a nice sight to see. It's JJ, my lord, and his hand is sore, so now it's Brosmer. Come on, Jackson, you weren't passing. They took away the shotgun and caught you lacking.
Vikings 16, the G-Men 13, and that was fastest 2 minutes from week 16 in the NFL, brought to you by our friends at Chevy. Football season is here. Whether you're grinding through the week or gearing up for kickoff, there's one ride that's always game ready. The Chevy Silverado. Chevy Silverado is a longtime partner and part of my take and our favorite truck, and it's all about grit. From job site to tailgate, Silverado lets you show up strong and tackle any task. Built for the hustle, ready for the game, Silverado is America's most dependable full-size truck. And for J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Head to Chevy.com to learn more and build your own Chevy Silverado today. Okay, week 16 in the books. We are taping this as the Patriots play the Ravens, so you will get some live Hank reactions, which will be great.
Those are the best kind of Hank reactions.
Those are the best kind of Hank reactions. What a weekend of football. We had Mega Day on Saturday. We had college football playoffs. We had week 16. We just got done watching the Steelers and the Lions game. The Bears are in the playoffs. The Niners are in the playoffs. The Eagles are in the playoffs.
Texas A&M is the women's volleyball champion.
Yep.
A lot going on this weekend.
There's so much going on. So let's just dive in because we got a lot to get to. Let's start. We'll do chronologically. Saturday, Eagles 29, Commanders 18. Max, congratulations. You've clinched your playoff berth. You've won the NFC East. How do you feel?
I think this team might still stink.
Why?
They were losing. They were losing to the Commanders.
It's true.
They had 7. We were losing with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And then Josh Johnson happened. Then it turned into a boat race. But I'm not very confident in this team. If we're being completely honest, I'm not very confident in this team.
I thought the offense looked pretty good in the second half for you guys. A lot of that was because we had Josh Johnson.
But we were getting good field position because of Josh Johnson.
Yeah, America got Johnson big time on Saturday, and it wasn't pretty. I think Josh Johnson probably a good dude.
Yeah.
He's played for like every team in the NFL.
Every team ever.
I'm happy that he's still getting a paycheck every week. That's good for him. Is he a quarterback that I want to watch on Christmas Day? No. Christmas. Josh Johnson might ruin Christmas for America.
He might do that. Josh Johnson, by the way, do you know that Josh Johnson is actually a sneaky good luck charm for the Philadelphia Eagles, Max? Because in 2018, the Eagles clinched a playoff spot in Week 17 with Josh Johnson starting at quarterback for the Washington, were they the football team then?
What year was that?
2018.
2018.
Redskins,
I think we were the Redskins, yeah.
In 2022, the Eagles clinched the NFC Championship game. Josh Johnson played a little bit in that game after Brock Purdy got hurt. And then on Saturday, he got hurt. And then Saturday, Josh Johnson shows up. So 3 times in the last 7 years, you guys have clinched something with Josh Johnson on the field.
I will say in that first half, I thought it was a pretty even game. I thought both teams were about even, and Mariota played decently. Jake Elliott sucked. Max was right. He doesn't trust Jake Elliott. I wouldn't trust Jake Elliott either. But you went into the postseason last year not trusting Jake Elliott. Remember that?
That's true.
That's true, but I live in the present, and right now he sucks ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's a scary proposition to go into the playoffs with the kicker who sucks ass.
Max does live in the present.
Yes,
We always say that about him.
he's a big time.
I'm going into the rest of this season with low expectations, which could be fun.
I feel like the Eagles. I see it differently. Where the Eagles are one of those teams that, because they had a little hiccup there in the middle of the season, they're now getting healthier. I mean, Jordan Davis has been great in Jalen Carter's role, so you now have depth there. Jalen Carter's coming back. Lane Johnson's coming back. I feel like the Eagles are going to be the team that everyone has written off, and they're the Super Bowl champs. Like, they have a great defense. You have a great defense.
The defense is very good.
The offenses look like it's starting to maybe do some different things that make it better.
Yeah, I mean, the Commanders have the worst defense in the league,
That
though.
is true.
That is true.
It is very true. I think it all depends on Lane Johnson.
Lane's coming back this week.
It's the most basic analysis I can
Lane
give
Johnson
you.
and Jalen Carter are both returning against the Bills this weekend.
But if Lane Johnson is playing, I would trust the Eagles to. They'd be a very scary team to play in the playoffs, especially because the narrative all season long has been the Eagles hate each other, they're falling apart, they're no good, terrible football team. I think that they could. If any team could do it, it's the Eagles. I would be slightly worried about the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown is also sneaky, just going on a run right now.
I know. Ever since
he's gonna have 1,000 yards.
He said, "Drop me from your fantasy team."
Yeah.
Then he went off. I don't know if that's fraud, if that's insider trading. He probably traded for himself in some
trying
anonymous
to
league.
bury his own stock.
He probably was on Polymarket or Kalshi, and he told everybody drop me. Then he bought the dip on himself. Mm-hmm. Now he's back up. I'm on to you, AJ.
He's currently 11th in receptions, 11th in yards, 9th in touchdowns.
Yeah, I
actually that's probably going into today, so I take all of that back.
Max, I wasn't super
Take it
impressed.
back.
I wasn't super impressed with the Eagles, but the second half, you guys against our shitty defense, you did enough damage. I thought that it was going to be a tough game to win for you guys, regardless, because it's a division opponent. It was part of the NFC East end of season tournament, and the Commanders dropped to 1-1 in that tournament. It's it's triple elimination, I think, for us. But that was I thought the Eagles were clearly the best team in the second half. It's kind of hard to judge it based on the Josh Johnson factor.
Yeah.
But, yeah, congratulations, Max.
And you guys got in a big fight. You guys got in a big fight, too.
We got
I
into a
called
fight.
you a pussy.
Yeah,
You called him triggered by ref?
He was getting triggered by flags.
Flags, yeah.
Triggered by flags. And also, Max freaked out when I touched him after the opening, the kickoff.
That got fumbled.
Yeah, the Birds fumbled that. I grabbed him, and Max was like, please don't touch me.
Don't touch
I don't
me.
like-
We're not doing touching right now.
I don't like being touched.
Max, can I give you some? These are, if you're a Giants fan, I mean, if you're a Giants fan, it's not been fun, although you're going to get a top draft pick because you find ways to lose. We'll talk about that game later. But can I give you some stats that are pretty crazy, that are insult stats to the Giants? Since 2011, the Eagles have won 6 NFC East titles. The Giants have had 6 head coaches. That's pretty crazy. Also, Saquon Barkley has already rushed for more yards in his first 2 seasons as an Eagle than he did in his first 4 seasons with the Giants combined.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of both of those stats.
And I know you're down because you're not down, but you're not trusting of this team. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, 5 seasons together, 5 playoff berths, 3 NFC East titles, 2 conference titles, and a Super Bowl. That's pretty damn good. They're always in the mix. They're always there. Mm-hmm. And that is solidified again by clinching a playoff berth on Saturday.
I would say that winning back-to-back NFC East championships is more impressive than winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Hasn't been done.
There's been a
since-
lot of Super Bowls in the NFC East. There's not been a lot of that in the past.
That's true.
Exactly.
Years.
Yeah,
That's true.
There have been 4 Super Bowl titles in the NFC East in that time span.
Yep.
And
to the Giants, to the Eagles.
yeah, so this is like the crowning achievement of the Sirianni era.
That's a really good spin zone.
Stat.
Yeah, think about it that way.
Stat. Are you a little nervous that Dan Quinn said after the game, if that's how they want to get down, all good, we'll play them again in 2 weeks, talking about the fight?
That's how you want to get down, Max. I know you got down like that.
Your one guy threw about 17 punches.
Yeah. Tyler Steen, I feel like he's probably going to get a suspension.
He might get a sussy.
if I had to guess.
He just kept throwing
But there were
punches.
2 guys that got... You guys had 2 guys get thrown out, and we only had 1 because he just started fighting everyone.
Well, yeah,
We had one guy fight everyone.
I actually liked it. I liked what happened when Steen he went at it with one dude. I think it was maybe Kinlaw.
I think it was Mikey.
Well, no, and Mikey they started they started jawing at each other because Mikey saw him going at somebody else. And Mikey is about exactly my size, I would say. I think he's like 5'8", probably like 180 pounds. And he goes up to your offensive lineman and starts beefing with him. And then we just attack your guy. It was like, I said, it was like a bunch of lions. When you watch lions trying to bring down an elephant together, it was like all of our smallest guys jumped on your biggest guy and just tried to tear him to the ground. I like to fight from the team. I don't know. Sirianni's explanation was what he wanted to go up 19 instead of 18. Because why? Because of a reason?
I didn't get that either, to be quite honest.
I guess because a touchdown and a field goal and then a touchdown with a 2-point conversion would get you to 18.
Maybe.
Sure.
But you need 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions and a field goal to get. I didn't really get that part of it. But he was saying that math was involved somehow. And then Dan Quinn, if that's how you want to get down, we'll get down. I think there's a little bad blood there. We'll get down, Max.
There's a good chance that game just means absolutely nothing, though, and none of the starters will be in that game.
Yeah.
And then we just treat it like a fight.
So you'll just fight the backups?
The revenge of the 2-point conversion.
That seems like kind of sad.
Yeah, it does. It would seem very sad, I would say. But it's a good possibility. But yeah, Max, I mean, clearly the Eagles' best team in the NFC East this year, despite everything that happened. And I think you should actually thank me and Big Cat.
Thank you, guys.
For the positivity inflatable animals that we brought
we're
around.
cooking since those.
Yeah, you haven't lost.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's a fact.
Since our inflatable animals.
Yep.
We also had some good Big Dom shots. Anytime there's a
Yeah.
fight, notice too, when Big Dom was on the TV, there was one person in this room who was scared and had run away from the TV.
He did.
Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Henry?
No comment.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you don't want to say anything?
I have nothing to say.
What, you think we're
Scared of Big
wearing
Dom?
a wire? I'm not wearing a wire.
scared of Big Dom.
I think you're a little bit scared of Big Dom.
I'm scared.
I am. I have a healthy fear of
me
Big
too.
Dom.
It's a respectful fear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
It means that I'm not like, oh, Big Dom's
What
gonna
is
get
Big
me, but it's
Dom
like
gonna
I
do to me?
respect him, and the person
don't
he
disrespect him. I don't.
Yeah, you just did 2 seconds ago.
How?
You're like, what's Big Dom going to do to me?
What is he going to do to me? What are you going to do to me?
You never know.
I don't like any of this conversation. You got to stop poking Hank. You're putting Hank in a situation to talk poorly about Big Dom, and then Hank doesn't respond well to it.
Yeah.
I do respond. I respond correctly.
No, you don't respond correctly. You respond incorrectly.
Sidebar. I don't think Max has realized that us poking Hank is actually poking Max, because we know how Hank is going to respond to Big Dom, and then Max is going to be the one who's uncomfortable.
But
I don't like it.
Hank is not wavered at all. I'm not poking Hank. He knows exactly how he's going to respond. I know how he's going to respond. I'm going to bring it up, and then you're going to not like it.
But sidebar, Max is kind of like shoving it in our face because Max is responding with genuine concern for Hank.
Yeah, true.
Which
now I'm
concerning.
back to, I'm concerned for you.
This is a pro Big Dom podcast.
It is.
100%.
I want to make that
Yes.
abundantly clear.
Everyone who's pro Big Dom, raise your hand. Mm-hmm. Everyone has raised their hand except Hank. Hank, what would you like to say?
No, we don't have to. No.
Listen, it's
We're not giving him the platform to speak poorly about Big Dom.
He's a co-host of the show.
Yeah, it is my. I'll take the platform. You don't need to give it to me.
Facts.
As long as it's pro. The votes, after all the votes are counted, Big Dom
5-1
pro podcast.
Yeah, he's your Big Dom too. Mm-hmm. Majority
I'm
rules.
stuck with
He's all of our Big Dom.
Yeah,
You're not
everyone,
stuck with
everyone in
him.
the
You
world
don't
is
say you're
stuck
stuck with him.
Watch an Eagles game will
don't-
get shoved down your face.
Hank, you can
Doing his job.
respect the office.
fucking
You don't
hate
have to
Hank.
respect the man, but at least respect the office. of
I
Dom.
don't disrespect him. I have nothing
You're
against him.
disrespecting him right now, but that's okay. We're pro.
I just
5-1
don't like-
vote. We're pro Big Dom. Okay, should we go to the next game?
Yeah, I just want to say I apologize to the nation for having to watch the Commanders on Christmas. I don't think that's good for us as a country.
Yeah, Adam Silver's got to be kind of sneaky pumped.
Christmas games are
Very excited.
He's getting one back.
Very excited.
He's getting one back. Yeah, you did not think preseason that we would be here where well, I guess the Lions are not officially eliminated. So 2 out of the 6 teams playing on Christmas Day are still alive.
Yeah.
The other 4 have been very much eliminated. And we have Josh Johnson and Oladipo.
Oladukin.
Oladukin and Brosmer. Oh my God.
Brosmer.
Dak has to just throw for like 400 yards to George Pickens to save Christmas.
I think we might get a pit. Yeah.
That's
a Georgie legacy game.
They actually should just probably play Joe Milton just to get with the vibes.
Agreed.
I would love a Joe Milton game.
He had a comical fumble today.
So during this game, the Eagles-Commanders game, I was wondering because when Mariota got hurt, he's our second-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson comes in. He's our third-stringer. Our emergency quarterback was Sam Hartman from Notre Dame.
Yep.
Sam Hartman was not active. So I didn't know what was going to happen if Josh Johnson got hurt, which against the Eagles, you could see that happening again.
Yes.
Because it happened in that championship game. He's old. I think we might have gone Debo as Wildcat quarterback.
Oh.
I don't know. I would have liked to see maybe Wild Bill.
Wild Bill
Run Wild
sick.
Bill offense. Wild Debo would have been good. I don't know what our plan would have been. I don't know if we're planning on rolling out Josh Johnson.
We say this too much, that it's obviously it's too much, but just it's so easy what we can do here, and it's Jameis Winston on the Washington Commanders for Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
Just make a one-time rule and let him do it.
I would be okay with bringing back Heineke.
Heineke's
got the experience coming off the street and playing a meaningful game for us.
Flacco?
Yeah, sure. What the hell?
Just throw it in there. Okay, Saturday night. What's wrong?
Did you guys hear that? No,
I heard a little click. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Bears 22, Packers 16. This was a wild game. I'm still kind of in shock. Basically, the Bears were dead, but this team is never dead. And everything that had to happen happened. And the Iceman, I'm, by the way, fully in on the Iceman nickname because that's what he is. That's what Caleb Williams is. He's the clutchest quarterback in the NFL this season.
Do we know where that came from?
I don't care. He's the Iceman. He is officially the Iceman. Him doing the cold after hitting the DJ Moore for the touchdown, game-winning touchdown was insane. This game was just I'm still sitting here on Sunday night, still in shock. I celebrated and stood up so fast that I got lightheaded and thought I was going to pass out. The Bears are they don't die because they were dead for 3 quarters.
And it looked like they were deader than dead. That ended up helping them out when they didn't kick that field goal before the 2-minute warning because Eddie Pinheiro is like
Cairo Santos.
Cairo Santos is like the slowest setter-upper of a field goal of all time.
Yep.
And he was taking his time. The clock winds down. Now you have to kick the field goal after the 2-minute warning. You lose that as a timeout, and then you onside it, and what is it, like a 9% success rate?
It was, very low, but Romeo Doubs, I don't know what he was doing. He basically, tried to not get tagged by the ball, and this game played out like the 2014 NFC Championship game between the Packers and the Seahawks, where it's like the missed kick, the onside kick, then that bomb to clinch the win. The game was insane. The Bears they just stay in it until the fourth quarter. And Caleb Williams, that throw to Jay Walker, that's his second catch as an NFL wide receiver. He was an undrafted rookie. He actually was really good in the preseason. You knew he was ready for the moment because he hit that celebration so fast. Mm-hmm. And then the throw to DJ Moore was the perfect throw. And Caleb has, if you're wondering, I know there's a lot of the box score watchers and completion percentage, all that. Caleb Williams hitting that throw, that's not a throw that he was hitting earlier in this season or any of last season where he steps into it and just fucking rifles it and it's just a perfect pass. Mm-hmm. And this is just the cardiac Bears. It was just such a thrilling, awesome game that the Packers usually do that to the Bears or do worse. But the Bears did it, and they're now in the playoffs because the Lions lost. It's just I'm at the point now where it's like the wave, just ride the wave because it's just insane.
Yeah, nobody move.
Nobody move.
Whatever's happening is a very good thing. Please, nobody time travel back in the past and step on an ant because this is the margin of error is so small for all these Bears wins, but they do the right things every single time, and they're a very well coached team. The Bears, don't get me wrong, you don't win half these games unless you have a competent coaching staff.
It's a coach's. This is the sign that Ben Johnson. It's a coach's league, and what he's done for this franchise and changed it in 1 year. And I think I said to you guys in the kitchen after, I was like, we're on an all-time luck streak, and I don't give a fuck because it's you have to admit that there are some very lucky elements. But the thing that's different about this Bears team is that they get the lucky break, but then Caleb Williams is elite in crunch time moments. So He has on third down when trailing this season, he has 7 touchdown passes. That's first in the NFL. 144 passer rating, first in the NFL. 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, first in the NFL, and 9 completions of 20+ yards, first in the NFL. When the Bears need Caleb Williams to be elite, he has stepped up time and time again throughout this year, and they're 11-4 and in the playoffs for the first time since 2020.
Do you know how many game-winning drives he has?
6.
Holy shit.
6. He tied. I think he tied. It's 6 drives. So they've had 6 wins when trailing in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. That's crazy. That's an insane stat. That's just this season. He has 6 this season. I think it tied Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
For under 25. And it's nuts. It's and there's so many guys that do little things for this Bears, because if you watch the Bears, you know that Caleb Williams has been elite in the fourth quarter, and guys have been making big plays. The defense on a down-to-down basis has not been incredible. You know, there was moments when Malik Willis was just dicing the Bears up, and the pass rush just doesn't get home. But then you have guys like Nahshon Wright who just finds a way to get the ball. You have, Josh Blackwell, the guy who blocked the kick in Las Vegas, is the guy who recovered the fumble on the onside kick. Mm-hmm. Cairo Santos basically won that game in the fact that it was very tough conditions, and he just nailed a 43, 45, and 51-yarder. And the Bears offense was nothing for 3 quarters.
That kick that he had with the wind pushing it back in perfectly, that's unreal. Especially for a guy that has a leg that, sometimes he struggles from over 50 yards. To kick it that hard into the wind and draw it in was very impressive. And then I think with Malik Willis coming to the game, I've said this for the last year and a half, ever since Jordan Love got hurt last year. I think that Matt LaFleur calls a much better game with Malik Willis as quarterback. I'm not saying that he's a better quarterback than Jordan Love, because he's not. But I think that the Packers offense, they get, LaFleur gets his back against the wall. Yeah. And he gets deeper into his bag with Malik Willis in the game, and he's like, all right, fuck it. Let's throw everything we got at him. And I think that the Packers can be a very dangerous team with him playing.
Yeah, and he fucked us up, because I mean, you're not ready for the run pass option. If the Nahshon Wright fumble doesn't happen, they're going in for a score there. Malik Willis hit that touchdown pass to Romeo Doubs. It sucks that Jordan Love got concussed. I feel like that play was bad because he got concussed, but it wasn't a bad intent play. Mm-hmm. Because you could see he kind of put his head down at the last second, and the defender had nowhere to go. And yeah, it sucks because you want to there's quarterbacks going out just sucks when you're watching a game. We just talked about what's going to happen on Christmas, but the Packers did a million things to lose that game, and the Bears capitalized on all of it. I'm still in shock. I woke up this morning and I had my kids come down and watch the fourth quarter and overtime, and I was just like, that's the Iceman. That's the Iceman right there.
I love it.
He's the Iceman. And I don't know where the season's going, but I think you just ride the wave. It's just a ride the wave situation.
Yeah, so
and have a fucking great time. That was such a fun. I was just smiling. I didn't go to sleep till 1:30 in the morning, just reading everything, watching everything. I put in headphones in my bed because I didn't want to wake my wife. I put in headphones, laying in bed, just watching every video I could watch.
There's a very good chance that you get Packers Bears in the first round.
I don't want to play the Packers.
Yeah,
think about how close those 2 games were.
Yeah,
and that was actually, by the way, I'm very, very happy for DJ Moore, because he has had up and down, and I think everyone saw the stat floating around this year that he never had a winning season from high school all the way till this year.
Yeah, pretty impressive he got to the NFL.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy to him have that moment, to step up in that moment when you have other guys injured. And he said afterwards, it's always F the Packers. I loved that. I'm just happy for DJ Moore, because he's had an up and down. He was obviously the guy who loved Justin Fields, and then last year didn't go well. It's just awesome. I just ride the wave. Everyone's feeling the good vibes, and yeah, DJ Moore making big plays. That pass. Oh,
it was 60 yards on a rope.
On a rope.
It was 60 yards on a rope. It was super impressive. Also, I would have liked a little bit more drama from the post game handshake between Ben Johnson.
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
Matt
quick.
LaFleur.
Well, I think they know they have to play again.
They might have. We might get
It feels like a collision course to play again.
The trilogy of the handshake.
And the Packers, by the way, their defense. Jeff Hafley is a really good defensive coordinator, because without Micah Parsons, they had a perfect game plan until the fourth quarter, because they were like, hey, the Bears had the ball for like two possessions in the first half. Essentially, that fourth down call by Ben Johnson in the first quarter was not his finest. Just run the ball.
He gets cute.
You have Monangai and DeAndre Swift. Just run the ball. And I was joking in the cave because it was a chaotic cave because you had JMU Oregon on at the same time, that I would be the worst coach / player of all time because the whole mentality of next play. The fourth down call that the Bears didn't get any points on in the first quarter fucked me up well into the third quarter.
Yeah, you were talking about it.
I was talking about it. I pissed on
yourself.
myself because I went to the bathroom and I was just motherfucking that call and then just peed all over myself. So I'm not a next play guy.
Yeah,
I can't do the next play.
Yeah, there was a lot of piss.
It was so much
It was a
piss.
good amount. It was like I'd say a full ounce worth of piss.
It was
like you spilled a shot of tequila on your dick.
It was the amount of piss that, like, if it weren't in the setting of Bears Packers, you guys would have had every right to say, I need to go see a doctor because something might be wrong.
You were leaking.
Yeah.
That's how upset your body.
Yeah.
All the holes in your body just opened up at once.
It was a
gape.
significant amount of piss.
Okay, after watching this handshake again in slow-mo, I'm going to give, I think Matt LaFleur won the first handshake 10-8.
Okay.
I think Ben Johnson won the second handshake. I'm going to say 10-8 because LaFleur kind of hung around there like he was waiting for a conversation. Ben Johnson shook his hand, turned his back on LaFleur, and walked away. I think it's 1-1, so we need a trilogy.
Matt LaFleur's a really good coach. I kept on muttering that throughout the game, too, when Malik Willis was just fucking us up. It was like, Matt LaFleur's such a good coach. But, yeah, that was it was a hell of a game.
Big Cat, I asked you this in the cave, but
Yeah.
I want you to expand on it a little bit. Have you thought about the possibility of a Bears-Texans Super Bowl?
I
With your pinky on the line.
Yeah, I mean, I got to keep going one game at a time. I just got to. It's been a one game at a time season. Just got to go one game at a time. Ride the wave.
You said that you had.
Yeah, and then I thought about it more, and I was like, I really haven't because up until the Steelers-Lions game, I was still playing scenarios where the Bears could miss the playoffs.
But after you clinch the playoffs, you should be thinking soupy.
One game at a time.
You're in the playoffs.
But the way this team keeps winning this game, the way this team keeps winning games, it's just heart attacks in every game.
But if you keep doing it,
yeah,
you got to think.
You can think one seed. What's the path of the one seed?
One seed, we have to win out, and then the Seahawks have to drop a game.
That's doable.
Yeah, I think that's what it is because I think we have the tiebreaker over them.
That's doable. Super doable.
Yeah, I mean, the 49ers will be a tough game next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lions might not be playing for anything. I don't know. The seeding, I've spent so much time on the playoff simulator in the last 3 weeks that it's sickening. It's like, hey, it doesn't make, it's too much time.
I would personally be thinking soupy if I were you.
I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep riding the wave.
Max, would you be thinking soupy?
You're always thinking soupy.
You just said you weren't.
I'm not expecting soupy.
So wait. So you are thinking soupy. You just said that you were always thinking soupy.
I mean, I'm literally the soupy champ.
Yeah, I know,
Currently
which
the
is
soupy
even
champ.
crazier that you're not thinking it.
No, I am.
By the way, can we change
I
the
am.
TV in front of us so that we can see if we have to look anything up? Right now, it's on The Simpsons.
I also thought Tom Brady crushed this game.
Dude, he's been getting better. He really has. He has. It's noticeable that he's worked on it. And like some of the things he says are like, when it comes to announcers, you just want them to say things that you as a stupid fan don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, point something out that I have no idea. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a crazy game. And Packers, the Packers haven't had a loss like that. No, I mean, they've had bad losses, but like that was a horrific one.
I mean, if you watch that game, you have to think that the Bears are a legitimately good team.
Oh, yeah. I've thought they were a legitimately good team for a month now. But it's also, these games are just such coin flips and so fucking ridiculous. You can't play a team closer than having both games end in like the last play of the game.
Okay, so even if it took some luck to get there at the end with the onside kick,
Yep.
et cetera, all that shit that went, because like if Cairo Santos kicks before the 2-minute warning,
They might kick away.
you kick it away deep, you might not ever touch the ball again.
Correct.
So there's some like sliding doors moments of luck that
Fourth
get
and
you,
four touchdown.
Right.
Like that's
there's some moments that get you to overtime. But even if you're a hater of the Bears, even if you're saying they're lucky as fuck, which yeah, they've had some luck shit that's happened in this season. to have a quarterback that can throw the ball 60 yards on a missile, like a rope, directly into the hands of his receiver, who has maybe a half step of separation from a wide. That's not luck.
On the same guy who picked you off 2 weeks ago.
That's not luck. That's a big time throw.
That's the part. He's the Iceman. Yeah. That's the part.
I have to know where he got. I like the nickname.
It's the best.
But I want to know what the what's the word for it? Etymology.
Did I get a little bit like tingly in my pants when I shared his celebration going like this and said Iceman QB1 and then he hearted the message on Instagram? Yes, I did. I love Caleb Williams.
That's good.
I fucking love him. And it's just he's the best. And Ben Johnson is the best. And this team is fun and they believe in themselves. We have remote problems. Max was just going around circles trying to find the remote. You didn't find it?
It's Memes' fault.
It's Memes' fault, he's saying. Is it this one?
No.
No, it's not
Whose
this
fault
one.
is
This
it,
is
Memes?
good. Keep all of this in. We can go to the next game, but that was a very fun game that I'll remember forever, and it's just I also
Memes just wandering around the studio like a ghost that you don't know lives in your house.
I think I want to go to a playoff game. That Soldier Field was rocking. It was insane how loud it was. It was awesome. All right, we just won't find the remote. It's okay. We're good. We'll figure it out later. It's just standing in here. All right, let's go to the next game. Anything else? I think we covered more than enough.
Yeah, how much credit do you give to the Pope?
A lot.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to the Pope.
So much Pope credit.
The Pope might have turned everything around for the city.
Pope. It's like Pope 1,
Yeah.
Ben Johnson 2, Caleb Williams 3, Mikey Betts' friend who was 0-7 in Bears game, and Mikey Betts made him leave the game last night right when the turnaround happened 4.
The Pope.
That's
I've been
it.
riding off Pope High too. Villanova basketball is back because of the Pope.
Yeah, well, that was we want to do a quick recap. You were at the game. Badgers stink.
Badger stink,
But Villanova also might stink. We had some sad
though.
text
Let's
messages.
shout out to Pope.
Max and I had some
Chicago resident and Villanova alum. That just for everyone.
Nova football. Nova basketball.
Nova football had a good year.
Yeah.
Final Four.
Good year. Yeah,
Bad
You would
bad
think,
game
you
Saturday,
would think
but good
that
year.
you would think that Notre Dame would have made the playoffs with the Pope luck.
yeah.
Right?
Didn't go to Notre Dame.
Didn't go to Notre Dame,
go
but
to Notre
still,
Dame.
Villanova.
He's kind of in
Villanova.
charge of the university. Maybe
He's
he
a
just
Nova guy.
Yeah, good for him.
Okay, let's go to Sunday. By the way, credit to the NFL. They did it again. That was a crazy Saturday night.
Great Saturday.
Great Saturday. Panthers 23, Bucs 20. Zach, starting to think the Bucs might not be good.
We're in a bit of a spot. We're not playing the football we were playing at the top of the year. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
I said some things about the Panthers earlier this season.
The Patriots just dropped a touchdown. That was Hank's reaction. Hank, you can butt in any time to talk about the game.
It's a good throw.
It's a good throw.
throw.
He said. Good throw.
Go for it.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Busy.
Gotta go for it. Busy. Gotta go.
Yeah, Zach, with the Bucs, I think a pretty big part of the problem is the fact that you're having to resort to desperate moves like signing JPP to help your pass rush. You know who the leading sacker over the last 32, so the last 2 regular seasons. You know who the Bucs leading sacker is?
Who?
Over 2 years? It's Vita Vea.
Ooh.
Who's an awesome player.
But he's not a sacker.
And he's got 11 and a half sacks, so that's just over, 6 per season?
Yeah.
They're in a desperate spot. They can't get after the passer at all, and they don't have any of the luck that they had at the start of the year.
Yeah, the Bucs were 6-2. Since then, they've dropped 6 of 7. They're now sitting at 7 and 8. And here's the craziest part, though: they still control their own destiny.
Yeah,
which is nuts. If they win out, they will be in the playoffs. But credit to the Panthers, Bryce Young. He was a baller in this game. He had the 3 big moments that I noted while watching this game. One was at the end of the first half, which was also a Todd Bowles problem because there was 10 seconds left and he blitzed with 7 and had everyone else in man coverage. And guess what? Tet is a pretty damn good wide receiver, but Bryce Young put it in a perfect spot. The second was his touchdown to Jatavian Sanders, the 3rd and 5, where he eluded multiple sacks and hit him in the back of the end zone. And then that 3rd and 4 with like 3 minutes left down the sideline to Jalen Coker, who's been very good, a good second receiver for them. Bryce Young made the big plays. That's what he did. He's a money quarterback. He had another that was his 6th game-winning drive of the season, 12 total in his career. 12 total game-winning drives,
Yeah.
which doesn't count, obviously, being the Caleb stat was when trailing.
When trailing.
But
that's a true
game-winning drives
drive.
are game-winning drives.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Bryce Young, I'm very, very happy for him.
Me
the
too.
fact that he was so dead. He was deader than dead.
It's another one where it's coaching matters.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at Bryce Young, if you look at Caleb Williams, if you look at Trevor Lawrence, if you look at Drake May, like the coaching matters in this league.
And Canales used to be the guy for the Bucs.
Yep.
Now he's the guy for Bryce.
Yep.
The Bucs. How much do you think is their luck running out, and how much do you think is just Todd Bowles not being a very good coach?
I would say it's a lot of Todd Bowles not being a very good coach. He's I said the stat the other day, but he is now in 4 years with the Bucs. He has won 3 NFC Souths, and he is 27-25 as a coach.
Yeah. I don't know what goes on inside his head during games.
Yeah.
I know he's got a guy that handles all the thinking for him. Mm-hmm. He hired a thinking coach.
Yeah, he doesn't have. I think he just. I would imagine he has like one of those chips. The what is it? Sam Altman, the AI chips. He's got that guy thinking for him.
He's got Neuralink.
Yeah, he's got
it's
Neuralink.
controlled by. Yeah, but what is connected to the Neuralink?
I think it's the other guy's brain.
So it's a different guy. It's the guy whose job it is to do all the decision making for the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
That just puts his. I just picture his head as being a big bowl of stew.
Yeah.
Just sloshing around in there all game.
What do you think is going through Todd Bowles' head right now, knowing that this is the Bucs' performance after he did his swear game? Because that was a big chip that he had. He had that in his back pocket. He's like, if I need to do this, if I need to break glass in case of emergency and swear after a game, I will, and then the boys will be ready to go. He burned that. Is there a throw a chair? Is there a punch a player?
There's one other thing you can do.
Fire himself?
Mike Singletary. Oh,
yeah.
When you said fire yourself, I thought in a press conference like Bud Dwyer.
Yeah.
No, not like that. Mike Singletary one time just took his pants off.
Yeah,
in the locker room.
Or Rick Majerus.
Took his pants off, wiped his ass with that famous towel. Mm-hmm. Mike Singletary took his pants off and was like, "You guys are playing like this," and then pointed at his butthole. That's, I think, the next move that Todd Holes is what we call him. Mm-hmm. You have to do that, or maybe there's probably worse cuss words that you can say.
Yeah, he's got it. What do you do, Zach?
I think that like you said, that was his emergency move. This is given all that he has. I don't think there's anything he can do from here, except maybe resign.
He's got to resign.
Resign, sir.
Yeah, respectfully, maybe get out of town, go retire, find a beach somewhere. Mm-hmm. Because you can't just keep delegating the thinking to other people. We need a guy who's down to think.
Yeah,
not
right.
down to delegate thinking.
You gotta find a thinker.
Yeah,
that'd
be awesome if you had
an independent thinker.
And I will say it was just a tough watch. That second touchdown for the Panthers, where he should have been sacked like 3 times, and you just let him get away. You'll never win games with plays like that going down.
Yeah, and then also the Baker, Mike Evans. It felt like miscommunication on that last interception.
Yeah,
and it felt like the Bucs were like, all right, here they go, because they came out playing well. Like the swears worked, they just wore off. Mm-hmm. Maybe he needs to swear more.
He probably didn't cuss at halftime.
Yeah,
got to be consistent.
That misdirection at the end was a hard watch.
It was hard
because we were driving, we were putting it together. It's like, okay, this is it. We're getting back to like that early season 2-minute drill, and then just ball goes one way, Mike Evans goes the other, pick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, both teams, the Panthers and the Bucs, control their own destiny.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a battle of destinies.
The Bucs are the worst. The Bucs are breaking the record for bad teams still alive as late as possible.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I looking at it and being like, so this game matters obviously because I think if you won, you would have clinched.
We needed to split the Panthers games, but now we have to win out.
Right, but you're playing the Dolphins. The Panthers can lose next week and the Bucs, can win next week and the Bucs can still be alive.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not dead.
Week 18 is a big week.
Yeah, you know what that means too. That's going to be flexed.
We're gonna have.
That's going to be the Sunday night game.
It's
100%. Unless the Bucs, which I don't think you could say the Bucs are better than anyone right now. Like they're playing the Dolphins and Quinn Ewers, but I don't know. The Bucs have shown that they just are lost right now.
Yeah, in the Inter-Florida Bowl, the Meth Bowl. Mm-hmm. That's like Coke versus meth in that one. I don't think that you can definitively say like, yeah, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a much better football team. Regardless, if it's Tua at quarterback, if it's Quinn, if it's Zach Wilson. I don't know. The Bucs can lose to anybody.
They can lose to anyone.
They could also theoretically, if the early season Bucs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know like where you're going here because I don't agree anymore.
Bucs weeks 1 through 7 could beat anybody in the NFL. Bucs weeks 8 through 17 can lose to anybody in the NFL.
Wait, whose line is it anyway? Let me do the DraftKings read. Whose line is it anyway? Bucs at Dolphins. DraftKings holiday football has arrived. The regular season's wrapping up. The playoffs are on deck, and every win matters more with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The unexpected can turn game day into payday. From fierce rivalries to playoff pushes, nothing beats football this time of year. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets. When your team scores, you score. And don't forget, DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player goes down in the first half, you still get paid in cash. With DraftKings, you're protected through the entire first half. Why bet anywhere else? New customers bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE. Bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, whose line is it anyway?
Bucs at Dolphins or Bucs at Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Bucs are favored by 3.
I would say 4.
5.5.
Wow.
I think I like the Dolphins.
So they got killed by the Bengals.
I know. This game was probably lost on the last play of the first half, though.
Yeah,
this is it's Todd Bowles' case in point.
The Tet throw.
It was 12 seconds left, and Todd Bowles he blitzes 7 guys from like the 23-yard line, and they get a touchdown over the top into single coverage.
Yep.
What are you doing there, Todd Bowles?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Todd Bowles?
Also,
the Panthers didn't have a timeout.
Yeah. Shout out Meow Mix. Shout out Panthers fans. Dave Canales said Bank of America Stadium was an advantage today.
The bank.
Don't go to the bank.
I got Bofa for you right here, buddy.
I'm happy though for Bryce Young. It's pretty like he's just making and that touchdown to Jatavian Sanders, that was Alabama Bryce Young. Alabama Bryce Young moving around in the pocket, like being elusive, not necessarily like lighting you up with his feet, but being elusive in the pocket and finding guys. That it felt like he's got his swagger back a little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Next game. So we have some games that we can do pretty quickly, but this one, Chargers 34, Cowboys 17. The Chargers are one of those teams that just need a lot of credit because they're just good. They have now in these, I know they were a pick'em today, but the last 3 weeks since Justin Herbert broke his hand, underdogs to the Eagles beat them, underdogs to the Chiefs beat them, pick'em against the Cowboys beat them. They're just winning games, and this felt like Jim Harbaugh said before the game that this was going to be the toughest offense they played. It was true for the first quarter and a half because Dak looked electric. George Pickens, that long touchdown throw. And then the Chargers figured it out, and they shut him out in the second half.
Yeah, Harbaugh is just a really good coach. He is now up to 33 wins in his tenure. For reference, it took Brandon Staley 42 games to get to 22 wins with the Chargers. They've now won 11 games in back-to-back seasons, and they are a team that I would not want to play.
They can also win the AFC West.
They're still very much alive for
So if they win out...
They've got a really tough schedule at the end.
Well, they have to play the Texans next week.
Yep.
And then they play the Broncos week 18. If they win the last 2 games, they win the AFC West.
Yeah.
So that it's right there for him.
Justin Herbert, I think he got faster when his hand got broke. You see that play that he took off on where he was like holding his arm at the end of it, bleeding out of his elbow?
He lit him up.
He was the fastest dude on the field.
He lit him up. We said it on Friday. He was going to light him up, and he lit him up. 300 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, pretty much perfect quarterbacking. Ladd was back in the mix. And then, like I said, the Chargers defense figured it out in the second half and shut out the Cowboys. And the Chargers, they're a ball club. We said it. They're a ball club.
They're the best ball club there is. Watching this, who was it that had a hard time understanding ball club? Was it Max or was it Hank?
I can't remember.
It was Hank?
I think it was Hank.
Hank, do you get it now? Do you see?
Do you see the ball club?
Do you see
in them?
Sure.
They're a ball club.
Yeah.
What's going on, Hank, in the game?
We're losing. Defense is getting gashed. Drake May threw a red zone interception.
Okay. But do you understand the ball club?
Yeah, totally.
Can you explain it?
They're a ball club.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Not that hard.
As is every other team.
No.
Now you lost it. You
still
just
don't get
lost it.
Max.
You lost it.
Max, you know what a ball club is, right?
The Cardinals are not a ball club.
They are.
No, they aren't.
No.
They are not a ball
No.
club.
Max, you get the ball club.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
Max, I'm going to name a couple teams. You tell me if they're a ball club.
Got it.
Seattle Seahawks.
Ball club.
Baltimore Ravens.
Ball club. Right now, they look like a ball club.
Right at this very second. Yeah.
They do.
Bears.
Ball club.
Patriots.
Right now?
Yeah, same criteria.
Nah, ball club. Ball club.
Cardinals.
No, not a ball club.
Dolphins.
Nope, not a ball club.
Yep.
Birds.
Ball club.
Bucs.
Not a ball club.
Yep. You're right.
Yep.
You've got it.
You got
He's
it.
got it down. He's got it down.
So just teams that are good at ball clubs.
No, you can have a team that's good and they.
No,
they
you know
not be
who's a ball club? Saints.
Saints
That's
are
a ball club.
Yep.
Ball
That's
club.
a ball club.
Yep.
That's a
Just
ball
teams
You
that
know who
club.
else is
All
a
right,
ball
I got it,
club
I got it,
right
I got
now?
it.
Vikings.
Teams that you guys bet on and suck off on the show.
No.
Teams with quarterbacks you
No,
like to
you're getting
suck
mad
off
right
are
now. You're
ball
getting
clubs.
mad.
Triggered. It's okay.
You're
I'm
getting
sorry about
mad.
that interception.
What's like what you like?
300.
You suck Shuck and you suck.
You're upset that
9,
Tyler Shuck got
therefore they're
300
ball
yards.
clubs.
He doesn't have his earphones
You-
on, so he can't
there
hear
was-
you.
Something I think was the lights are like kind of electrocuted.
Max is obsessed with his
You
one
realize
stat.
too, you had it right there. You said you suck Shuck. Like you've just been like you shuck him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shuck his dick.
Give him that wet shuck.
Yeah.
Shuck 9000.
I'll shuck that thing dry.
Can we do because congratulations, Max and PFT. The Cowboys have been eliminated.
Yeah.
Which I know is a fun day for anyone else in the NFC East.
I think for most
Oh yeah,
fans
it's
of
definitely
the
but,
NFL.
Ball
but
club,
specifically no.
No, Cowboys not
Come
a
on,
ball.
dude.
It kind of can't
What
be.
are you
yes.
doing?
Hank, when the Dolphins were good that year, when they hung 70 on the Broncos, not a ball club.
JMU.
Ball club.
Yep.
Sure.
Ball club.
Ball club.
Okay, so
Oh, ball.
You can't say ball,
Ball.
but not
Ball.
say anything when you throw an interception.
Ball.
You have to do both.
No.
That's crazy.
You don't say ball on an interception.
No,
That's
but
just
you-
ball
but
not
no,
watching.
no, you're
You
reacting-
say ball when there's a fumble.
No, I'm saying
if the
you-
Patriots fumbled it, I would say ball.
I'm saying you have to react to both.
No.
Okay.
That's you just react when there's a fumble. That's just
Big Cat,
that's
the
just,
only thing.
Big Cat, you got to know this about Hank. Whenever you try to lecture him, it just turns into that meme of the two housewives yelling at the cat, and the cat be like, "No."
He specifically went silent when a
Yeah.
bad play happened.
Oh,
I'm not.
He crossed his
Oh,
arms.
you guys.
No, just say
You want me to do play-by-play? No.
sure. Whisper it though.
If the Patriots
Underneath.
fumbled, I would say ball. That's just watching.
That's true.
When there's a fumble on
you're
you,
a ball
you
watcher.
say ball.
You're a ball watcher.
Yeah.
Okay, Cowboys stats. Ready for this? So the Cowboys are officially eliminated, which means they've now gone 30 years without making a conference championship game. Every other NFC team has made a the NFC championship since 2010. The Cowboys are the only. So if you look at when the last time every team has made the conference championship game, every single team in the NFC has made it since 2010, and the Cowboys have not made it since 1995.
Thank God for last season because
I was
that
born
would've
in
been-
1995.
That would have been very embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
that was the worst insult graphic, and now it belongs to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about that.
Jerry Jones said afterwards, I'll admit the Cowboys management has played a big role in the 30-year Super Bowl drought, but seriously, I'm very disappointed that the way we're structured and my role puts us here tonight, I'm tremendously disappointed. So that's big. He's tremendously disappointed.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's going to do anything about it.
No, but he is tremendously disappointed.
Jerry Jones is going to continue to be GM as his right. He owns the team. I think the second he stops being GM, that might be a bad sign for just Jerry Jones in general. And it didn't. The reshuffling of the deck chairs on the Titanic did not work today. They sent Matt Eberflus up to the booth so he could get a better view of his defense sucking ass.
Okay.
It didn't really help. I
Yeah.
don't think it helped at all. I want to know what Matt Eberflus was thinking up in the booth after having spent every second of the last however many years on the sideline.
Yeah.
Probably a tough pill for him to swallow. Maybe it might have been let's just try to embarrass Matt Eberflus to the point where he quits.
Yeah, that feels like that's a very distinct possibility in this
Yeah.
entire Matt Eberflus situation. God, I'm happy that guy's out of my life.
Yeah.
That's a definitive won the breakup.
Yep.
Like I have no problem going on Instagram and checking in on how Matt Eberflus is doing. Not gonna be worried about that.
Do you do that?
I don't think he has Instagram, but I will. I'll start to do that.
I think maybe after the haircut he might have gotten Instagram.
Here's another Cowboys stat for you guys. For the second time in franchise history, the Cowboys have had 2,000-yard receivers. George Pickens went off today. 1,000-yard rusher and a 4,000-yard passer. So that's the second time in Cowboys history they've done it. The other time was 2019, and the Cowboys also missed the playoffs.
Interesting.
So maybe something's wrong.
Well, their defense, yeah.
Yeah.
So Dak Prescott, this year is not Dak's fault, but it will get lumped in with all the years of the Cowboys not winning anything under Dak Prescott, which I'm okay with kind of letting that one slide. But yeah, this was not Dak's fault. He's been great this year. I would say that the Cowboys receivers, they have the best wide receivers in football. Flournoy actually looks really good too.
George Pickens had a little moment there in the last couple weeks where he was a little absent. Today he was electric.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to figure out what to do with him. Probably got to pay him.
I think they'll end up paying him.
But
they're going to want to pay him, and then we'll see what Georgie's all about.
Yeah. It's the Cowboys are out. Remember when they were 6-5-1 after Thanksgiving? They beat the Chiefs. We had a whole nice week of scariest team.
Yeah. Credit to the Chargers defense too.
Yeah, they're really good.
0 points in the second half.
Really, really good. Okay. Next game. Let's go to Bills-Browns. So the Bills survive. I say that because they played with their food in this game. They looked like they were going to kill the Browns. Shador actually played well in the first half.
He had some nice runs.
Yeah, the Bills probably could have. If you watch this game, was it Kincaid or Knox who dropped that fourth down, the 4th and 1 to go up 10 with about 3 minutes left?
I mean, that's like asking me to tell the difference between like vanilla and plain yogurt by looking at it.
They had the Bills had a lot of Josh wasn't prime Josh. They had some drops. They had some bad third downs, but they survived, and a win is a win.
Yeah,
Shador he's fun to watch, I think.
Yeah, he makes the Browns interesting. He is their best option that they have at quarterback, and that's not really saying that much. That's like saying JMU was the best group of 5 that we saw over the course of the weekend. It's not. Shador is way better than Dylan Gabriel.
Yes.
And way less of a bummer than Deshaun Watson.
He loves to hold on to the ball, though.
He does. He
drifts and he plays quarterback like I do when I'm playing video games.
Yeah, he takes a shitload of sacks. He takes a lot of them on 4th down. Although I did hear, because I was talking with Tate about the sack that he took last week on 4th down to end the game, which was his second sack in a row that he's taken in the game, or second time he's gotten tackled without throwing the ball to end the game. And apparently the Shador defenders logged on, and they were saying that, what do you want him to do? Throw an incomplete pass and have his completion percentage dip even further? Then he can make fun of that? So checkmate.
Yeah.
Shador defenders. Surely there's a third option that you could do, completing a pass would be good too.
Yes.
Or at least
throwing the ball.
I'd say that attempting a pass is better than taking a sack in that situation. But I think the two of us kind of read how this game was going to go. I thought that the Browns would keep it close because the Bills don't really blow anybody out.
We said it on Friday. The Bills now go to 1-5 against the spread against teams under 500.
Yeah, they don't blow out bad teams at all. The most important stat coming out of this game is Sean McDermott. With his glasses on, the Buffalo Bills are 3-3. Without the glasses, the Buffalo Bills are 8-1.
Crazy.
Football's a contact sport.
Yeah.
Take the glasses off, put the lenses in, you turn to a better coach.
And listen, the Bills, so this is their 6th straight season with 11 wins. This is the longest streak in the NFL right now. It's also only the 5th team to ever do it. So they're consistently there. And I don't know. It does feel very Bills-like that we're in a situation where I think the Bills can go to the Super Bowl, but it's basically going to be, can Josh be Superman?
Yeah, can Josh Allen become, he has to do it all.
And he can, but he's going to have to do it probably every single game.
He has to do it, but the thing is, he is capable of doing that.
Yes.
And right now, so the Bills in December and January, regular season games, since 2020, the Bills are 26-4.
26.
They don't lose at the end of the season.
Yeah, and James Cook is really good. Although he started really hot, and then they kind of Browns bottled him up a little. Miles Garrett didn't.
He got a half
sack.
He got a half sack.
So he's at 22. He's
Josh.
I actually understand where Miles Garrett's coming because there was that moment where I think it was I can't remember who got a sack, but Miles Garrett didn't look too pumped that it wasn't his sack.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where I think other players on the Browns are afraid to celebrate sacks now because every sack they have is one that theoretically Miles could have gotten that would have given him the record.
Yep.
And he got half a sack on that one that was almost a safety. Josh Allen might have gotten hurt. He might have sprained a foot or something.
That was
tonight.
a weird.
He's always getting banged up.
Yeah.
Josh is always banged up, but he's always playing through it.
Yeah. Harold Fannon's good.
Very good. And Quinshon Judkins, big time bummer for him.
Browns just need to start a new season.
Yeah.
Just take a little break. They have a bunch of players that I think are good. It's can they collectively be good?
Maybe. Listen, a few weeks ago I was very, very high on the Browns in terms of like a future team.
Yeah.
In terms of a team that I think has some good pieces in place that if you build around them, they could be very good one day. I don't know about it so much right now. The Quinshon Judkins injuries, it sucks because
it's a bummer.
Dislocated the ankle, broke the fibula. That doesn't sound like it's going to be an easy one for a running back to come back from. But on the defensive side, they've got good young players, and they've got a good tight end and Shador.
Yeah. Also, it was great seeing Dion there with a whistle on,
Yeah, like he was
ready to go at any time.
like put me in coach to coach.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Bengals 45, Dolphins 21. Joe Burrow bounced back. He was awesome. Also, the big story out of this is we are in the fantasy playoffs, and if you are someone who has been affected by Chase Brown, my apologies to you, because Chase Brown had 3 touchdowns all season. He had 3 touchdowns today, and I think they all came in the second half. So it was like, oh, we're surviving. This is why fantasy is the worst, because you just have one of these games where it's like, oh, I'm going up against Chase Brown. You know, when you log on for the playoffs and you have like a 70% chance to win, and it doesn't have in that calculation Chase Brown having 3 touchdowns, that sucks.
I'm pulling up our fantasy league right now because I have not checked it since the early games.
Okay.
Jerry O'Connell has us in the semifinals. We're up 82-61.
Okay.
We still have Juwan Jennings. He's got Tyler Warren. And he's got Jonathan Taylor.
So we're screwed?
We might be. We still have 59% chance to win.
Okay. So we're screwed.
Jerry, this is
Sounds like we might
everything.
be screwed.
This is for your driveway, Jerry.
Sounds like we might be screwed.
We might be a little bit screwed on this.
Might be a little screwed.
But yeah, listen, Quinn de Aragua. The story was the Iceman this weekend, not Quinn de Aragua.
He started 10
out of the paint.
He started 10 for 12 in the first half, and then it kind of fell.
He looked pretty good in the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
He was making a few throws, and then everything kind of went to shit on there. At this point, like, let's see what Zach Wilson has.
Yeah. We also had the fun story get leaked, which I think we already knew, but that the Dolphins offered 4 first-round picks for Joe Burrow back in 2020, was it? Yeah.
That was really interesting time to leak that. Mm-hmm. It's almost like the Dolphins might be sniffing around again.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of picks, but yeah, Joe Burrow's really good. That was a perfect bounce-back game where everyone was like, oh, Joe Burrow might be bummed out. He doesn't want to play football. And then he basically played perfect football.
Yeah, it was great.
Perfect football, and this game was never really in doubt. And this game also means nothing, so we probably shouldn't talk about it that long.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do a couple ads, and then we have something we have to talk about.
Before we get back to the games, they're brought to you by our great friends over at Paramount Plus, the new home of UFC. That's right, fans. Starting in January, you can stream every UFC fight live with your Paramount Plus subscription. Tune in for marquee numbered events featuring MMA's biggest stars, epic fight nights that showcase hungry contenders from all weight classes. Set the stage with pre-fight interviews and training camp access through UFC Countdown and UFC Embedded. Miss a bout? Don't sweat it. Paramount Plus will have replays and highlights of all the events. You can also check out the archives to relive iconic championship fights and unforgettable finishes. UFC fans, this is a whole new era. It's time to say goodbye to the pay-per-view. Say hello to Paramount Plus. Stream every fight live with one subscription. Visit ParamountPlus.com/UFC to get started. That's ParamountPlus.com/UFC. And these games are also being brought to you by our great friends over at Morgan & Morgan, America's #1 injury law firm. Morgan is the best. If you're ever standing at the top of a towering water slide with your heart pounding and asking yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? One visitor found out the hard way. It was supposed to be a thrilling day at a popular Florida water attraction, but it ended in a life-altering injury. While riding one of the park's fastest slides, he was violently thrown from his tube, landing hard, suffering injuries that still affect him nearly 4 years later. That's when he turned to a law firm known for standing up to the biggest names in the business. The suit claims the slide's design, coupled with a lack of clear safety communication and oversight, created a hazardous environment, especially for guests outside certain body specifications. Now this guest is living with permanent pain, scarring, and a drastically diminished quality of life, all from what was supposed to be a routine thrill ride. Because when safety isn't the top priority, fun can turn into something else entirely. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Over $25 billion recovered. They've been fighting for the people for over 35 years, helping over 500,000 clients get the compensation they deserve. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started. Their fee is free unless they win. Visit forthepeople.com/PMT or dial pound law pound 529. That's forthepeople.com/PMT or dial pound law pound 529. This is a paid advertisement.
Okay, next up, Saints 29, Jets 6. Tyler Shuck.
Tyler Shuck did it.
Tyler Shuck, we laddered him to 300. The dude just throws a beautiful ball.
It's beautiful. He throws tight little spirals. He's managing the game well. He's taking shots. Tyler Shuck is a good quarterback.
He's 4-3 as a starter.
4-3?
4-3 as a starter.
If you handicap that with the Saints overall, that's pretty shucking good. He's a great player. I think the Saints should be optimistic about the future. Tyler Shuck, you did it, buddy. The 413th player in NFL history to break the 300 barrier, and I believe he is the 26th of 2025 to do it.
The Saints, if they had started Tyler Shuck from week 1, are they in the playoffs?
I think they're in that division.
They're playing the best. They are playing the best football in that division right now. The Panthers are more deserving. The Panthers have won more games, but the Saints are playing good football.
They are.
And Tyler Shuck, and they even got Taysom Hill back doing his thing. By the way, remember Chris Olave just quietly having his best season? He's got 92 catches, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. He went 10 for 148 and 2 touchdowns today. It's good to see him doing because it felt like in the last couple of years where Chris Olave retiring early was definitely on the table.
Yeah. I mean, every time he would make a catch, you would kind of like hold your breath. But it helps when you have a quarterback that cannot throw you into traffic all the time.
Like Tyler Shuck.
Knows where to put the football. Seems like a great individual on and off the field. I'm just guessing because he's that good on the field. I assume he's not a total shithead off the field. But yeah, Tyler Shuck, great job today. It was just fun. It's just fun to. I'm very glad that we have some bad teams that are fun to watch.
Yeah,
and
ball clubs.
Ball clubs. I don't even think that the Saints are that bad anymore. But you would call them like they're 5-10, not in competition. They're still. I want to watch the Saints play football. Tyler Shuck 308. Taysom Hill gets back in it through a touchdown pass at the very end of the game too. Jets not so great today. Memes.
Defense was competitive in the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, they made Shuck work for it. There was a lot of field goals, not a lot of touchdowns early on.
Yeah, I guess you limited Shuck to only 308 yards. Like he probably could have thrown for 500 yards against an average defense.
But you did stop him in the red zone multiple times.
Yeah, no, a bunch.
Yeah.
The entire secondary's on IR. Yeah, that's it.
Guys played with effort. That's what Aaron Glenn said. Wanted the guys to play with effort, and they did. Brady Cook is not. He tried.
No, he's a great tank quarterback.
Yeah.
Can we also just acknowledge the fact that the Tyler Shuck experience is happening without Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
He's like all they got now.
Yeah.
It's just Shuck. The offense, it goes through Shuck.
So, Memes, you are right now sitting with the 4th pick overall.
Sitting at the 4th pick.
And
the Raiders and Giants play next week. The
Raiders could... The winner, I'm looking at right now, I think the Raiders you'd have the tiebreaker over the Raiders, but not the Giants, because it's like strength of schedule. I don't know.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hank, what are these faces about?
But strength of schedule also changes week to week.
Talking.
Yeah, you're making a lot of faces.
They're just showing stats about Drake May having the highest.
I already like Drake. You don't have to convince me to like Drake May.
Second best.
You're trying to get PFT
yards.
to notice?
Yeah. I just pointed to see if you saw.
I've seen all those stats, which is why I think he's a great quarterback.
Okay.
Memes, this doesn't hurt you anymore, right?
No, the Taysom Hill touchdown hurt me.
Oh.
We were so close to having a perfect game.
Of what?
Just a tank, and then it was just kind of, that was an embarrassing moment.
What do you mean?
Of making him earn it.
No, they scored with 1:30 left. They had no timeouts. They were just like, this team sucks so bad. We're gonna let Taysom Hill throw a touchdown over the top.
I see.
Okay, so just like a
That was salt in the wound.
you were aiming for just
that was not nice.
you're aiming for just a regular loss.
Regular
Good old
loss.
fashioned loss.
Yeah.
Just get in, get out, lose, show some effort. That type of loss.
That type of loss. Yeah.
And instead they were like, hey, we got Taysom Hill.
Yeah. Kellen Moore was fired up on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like, all right, dude. The entire defense is on IR.
I kind of see what you're saying.
Let's just move on.
Yeah. That actually does make sense. That would be there was no need for that.
If that's how they want to get down.
Yeah. There was players tweeting after, like, we're going to Cancun in 2 weeks. Like, this game doesn't mean anything.
Wait, players tweeted that?
Yeah.
Who?
Kalen Sanders?
Ooh.
He said we're going to Cancun.
Yeah, there was a screenshot. He was looking down. They were like, this is what playing for the Jets will do to you. He was just like, no, this is just playing in, like, the toilet bowl do to you. Like, we're all going to Cancun in 2 weeks. Doesn't matter.
That's one of my favorite things that fans do as insults sometimes. It's like, have fun in Cancun, buddy.
They will.
It's like, yeah, I'm going to have a great time in Cancun.
They're professional athletes.
I get paid $10 million a year,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in fantastic shape, and I don't have work for 6 months.
Probably fuck like a porn star.
I'm going to have the best time in Cancun.
I can get drunk and not be hungover because I'm 22 years old and I'm in elite shape.
Yeah, I'm going to guess where you're going to go to work tomorrow.
Do you know how I look with my shirt off? I'm a professional athlete. This is going to be awesome for me.
The only reason you could be insulting me for going to Cancun is because you've never been able to afford to go there.
I'm going to stay in the nicest place. I'm going to wear awesome clothes, get drunk, hook up with hot chicks. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy Cancun.
Have fun getting drunk at the beach, buddy.
That will happen.
See you, loser. Mm-hmm. I love it.
That sounds sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
We should be professional athletes.
Especially if you're on a team. It would be one thing if it's Cancun, if you're playing in week 18 and you lose the game and keeps you out of the playoffs. If you've been planning your Cancun vacation for this long, it's probably going to be an awesome vacation.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
had enough time to get the best setup. You're going at the best time. Like, you've got it all ready to go.
You've made all the reservations at the restaurants, at the resort that you have
Everything's
to
taken
book
care
like
of.
way ahead of time.
Yep.
The people that say during the playoffs, I kind of understand that point because if you unexpectedly go to Cancun, you probably have to settle for like the second or third best restaurant.
You got to
for
scramble a
reservations.
little to
Yeah.
get down there.
Like make a phone call to somebody that you know at the resort. Hey, can I get into the sushi place night one? Okay. All right. Thanks. That's kind of a pain in the ass. I understand that.
Yeah. Cancun rocks.
Yeah.
Cabo.
Cancun on 3.
Yeah.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Good for the Saints, though. They're definitely playing good football. Okay, Vikings 16, Giants 13. We had 9. 9 broke his hand.
Hurt his hand.
Then we had Max Brosmer, but all that remains is the Giants are elite at losing football games.
Credit to Max Brosmer. I think we expected the worst when he got in. And we didn't get the worst.
Even after on Friday when we disagreed, I said the Giants will lose because they always know how to lose. When I saw Max Brosmer, I live bet the Giants. That was stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are elite at losing games. They're 2-13. They've lost 7 games by 1 score or less, and so they're just really good at losing, finding a way to lose. And Brian Flores had Jackson Dart in hell.
Well, Jackson Dart didn't attempt to pass until 3 minutes left in the first half.
He had 13 net passing yards.
They didn't ask him to throw the ball at all. And he after the game he was like, yeah, I just kind of work here. I just kind of do what they tell me. He went with that excuse on, which is like it's legit. But I want to know why the Giants didn't have him even attempt to pass in most of the first half.
I think Brian Flores, because remember, this is also Brian Flores' revenge.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Giants hiring him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Bill Belichick. Oh, you're black Brian, not white Brian. My phone got mixed up. Mm-hmm. So he hates the Giants. But yeah, he put them in hell. And the Vikings are one of those teams. They're in that Saints category where they're just playing good ball right now.
Ball club.
They're a ball club. They're playing spoiler, and they're playing good ball.
That was not Nine's fault on the interception either.
Yeah.
That was a crazy bobble.
Do you think Brian Dable is a little vindicated because the Giants have not won a game since he's been fired?
Yeah.
And also Jackson Dart is playing worse.
Yeah,
Bring Brian Dable back as offensive coordinator?
I guess you could say he's vindicated.
A little bit.
A little
you don't
bit,
want to.
yeah,
You don't want
yeah.
to get fired and then watch the team that you were coaching just go rip off a bunch of wins.
I think he's had a great time watching them lose, but I think it was never going to work with Brian Dable.
No, of course not. I'm not saying to bring him back or anything, but it's got to feel at least a little satisfying to see a bad situation somehow get worse when you're taken out of it.
I think in the context of teams calling Brian Dable to offer them coordinator jobs, I think this does help.
Yeah.
I think it's like, okay, all right, well then, yeah, the team kind of felt, if they had done really, really good, like if Jackson Dart went off every single game after Brian Dable left, then there'd be some teams that would be like, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think I agree. I don't think that it's like, oh yeah, Brian Dable was a great coach. I think it's just like everything in New York right now has combined to be one big puddle of shit.
It's really crazy how bad the Giants, for being a franchise that has a incredible history, like they've just been bad for an extended stretch now.
This should be enough to get Joe Shane out of there?
You'd think, but I don't know. I saw someone, there was some article or maybe I was just watching TV that Mr. Mara said that he's trying to learn from his father, his late father, to be more patient.
Yeah.
Which feels like the patience is not a good thing. It's not a virtue in this situation when it's keeping guys around.
I don't think with Joe Shane, patience should be exercised.
Yeah, I feel bad. Giants fans need like just everything to be changed.
Yeah.
Everything to change. Get a good coach. I think Jackson Dart is good, but I'm scared that he gets concussed all the time. I don't know.
I think they might it might be the dumb blonde thing. I think they might just see Jackson Dart and be like, oh, is he concussed? Let's check him out. Oh, no, he's not? All right, let's send him back in. I think that's prejudice from the medical examiner, the guy with the red hat on the sideline.
Yeah.
Now, for Max Brosmer, I think he's probably going to play next week. I don't know. It's too early to say, but I think I read that JJ didn't have a broken hand. Can we look that up?
He didn't?
I don't know. He was acting like it was broken the way they were squeezing it.
Yeah. The Vikings are definitely in that category of building something for next year right now because they're banged up, but they're playing good football. It's funny to look at the standings. They are actually so they've been eliminated for a couple weeks now. They are ahead of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Bucs are not eliminated because they're still fighting for the NFC South.
That's crazy.
So if you're asking yourself, would the Vikings potentially win the NFC South? The answer is yes, they would.
Easily.
Yeah.
X-rays negative.
X-rays negative. Okay, that's good because it did look bad. He was playing. He had an interception, but it was off a receiver's hands.
Yeah, it bounced right into the corner. And then Brosmer didn't play well. They said after the game, the Vikings like his mental makeup.
Okay.
So 2 guys on the Vikings with cool makeup.
This is another one of those games we've probably talked about too long.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay.
I think I just like saying Max Brosmer.
I do too. Max Brosmer.
Yeah.
Last early game, Titans 26, Chiefs 9. If you didn't know Chris Oladukin, now you do, brother. 3 for 8 for 15 yards right in your fucking face.
Bummer for Gardner Minshew.
I mean, we said this was going to happen. The Chiefs were the most quit team in ever a team. If there ever was a team that could be like, hey, you know what? I want to quit. It was this Kansas City Chiefs team without Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, so Minshew goes in there, tears his ACL, stays in the game.
It sucks.
And tries to keep playing. Then he has to be taken out. And then the Oladukin experience. Not great. Wasn't a fun watch. The Titans beat him with experience of playing meaningless games. And Cam Ward looked pretty good today.
Yeah.
This is great for all the Cam Ward fans out there.
He had his best game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting better. And, the Titans look like a competent team. I don't know. That it's crazy to see it, but the Chiefs are the 12th pick right now. They could definitely end up being a top 10 pick, which is nuts. That things in a year where things fell apart, they might have fallen apart perfectly, where it's not like they missed the playoffs by 1 game. They're going to miss the playoffs by multiple games and end up with a top 10 pick.
Let's see what awesome player they got on Tankathon in the mock draft.
It's going to be someone they need.
At 12, the Kansas City Chiefs select, David Bailey, edge, Texas Tech. Okay, that would be a good player.
That would be a good player. They need some pass rush. I don't really know what I don't know. I don't know where the Chiefs are going to go. I think we're going to talk a lot about the Chiefs in the offseason of what are they going to do. It's weird that Travis Kelce's last catch in the NFL could potentially be from Chris Olajuwon.
I heard he was thinking about coming back.
Oh, he is.
Did I hear right?
He's thinking about it. Is he doing it for... Let's keep it off the podcast, Travis. Let's play a fair game here, okay?
Yeah.
Let's play straight up here.
You can't do an
ratings for
announcement
ratings.
on the
Let's not
podcast.
do this on the podcast.
You know what? I'm also considering coming back to the NFL.
Yeah.
I will make my announcement sometime in March.
Let's do this traditional way. Let's do it through the newspapers. Okay?
I want you to bring Ed Werder to your house.
Yeah.
Travis.
We don't need to do the podcast thing and, have everyone be watching every second of, we like you guys, but it's a little unfair.
I want you to sit down with Ed and have him bring out his notepad, and then you wait for 3 days afterwards so that Ed can file it, and then I want to read it when it comes out in the Dallas Morning News?
Yeah, sure.
And then, the DMN.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get a subscription to the DMN if you just agree to. Newspaper writers need a little bump.
Well, it's sad
help them out.
It's sad that Travis Kelce is eliminating so many jobs of journalists.
It's true. What else we got from this game? Anything?
That's about it.
Jeffrey Simmons is really, really good.
Yeah, the refs kind of fucked him over.
Yeah, they did.
They called him for illegal formation? Mm-hmm. Because he reported as eligible. He said afterwards, I got this big fucking arm brace on my hand. I wear a red sleeve. The ref should see me when I pat my chest.
Yep.
Justice for Jeff.
Okay. Yeah, that was a game that happened. Shout out the Titans. It's good that if you're a Titans fan, Cam Ward looked good. That is all that matters these last few games. He threw for 228, 2 touchdowns, didn't make any mistakes. The offense moved the ball. These are good things.
Listen, the Titans...
Okonkwo got his first... I think he leads the Titans in receptions. He finally got a touchdown this year. Shout out to him.
Titans dropped to number 5 in the draft.
Yeah. I mean, they have their quarterback, so
yeah,
it doesn't... Might as well just... If Cam Ward's going to play well, that's a good thing.
Yep.
That's a good thing. Okay, let's take another break, and then we'll get to the afternoon games.
Before we get back to the games, they're brought to you by Experian, your big financial friend over at Experian. They know that some listeners might be looking for a travel credit card so they can maximize rewards on their trip to London for the Super Bowl. Others might be looking for a cashback card to help pay doctor's bills because their ankle will never heal or their toe. No matter what type of card you're looking for, Experian can show you personalized credit card offers based on your credit profile. Even better, cards labeled no ding decline won't hurt your credit scores if you're not approved, so you can apply with confidence. Did anyone know that if you apply for a card and you're declined, that it could hurt your credit score? It can. That's why we need Experian. It's like having a financial coordinator in your pocket minus the headset. Take control of your finances with your big financial friend, Experian. Find a card matched to you today. Download the Experian app now. These games are also brought to you by our great friends over at Car Gurus. New sponsor alert.
New sponsor alert.
Make the noise, Hank. Woo. Ever feel like car shopping is designed to make you second guess yourself? Is this a good price? Am I making the right choice? With Car Gurus, you don't have to wonder. They have the most inventory of new and used cars, so you can find the best deal. With unbiased deal ratings, price drop alerts, and in-depth vehicle reviews, you will make a decision that you can feel great about because a big deal should never feel like a big risk. Car Gurus will connect you with trusted dealerships when you're ready, ensuring a transparent and hassle-free buying process. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has more car listings than any other major online automotive marketplace in the United States, so you can find the best deal. Car Gurus gives you the control to shop how you want to shop. They give you the tools, the information, and the data-driven deal ratings that you need. It's no wonder SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com. cargurus.com.
Okay, afternoon games. Jaguars 34, Broncos 20. The Jacksonville Jaguars are just a fucking good football team.
Trevor Lawrence is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
He has been lights out. They just went into Denver. Denver hadn't lost at home all year, and they kind of took it to him because it was a close game to start the third quarter. The Broncos tied it up 17-17 with like a 4-play drive, and then the Jaguars defense ramped up, played really well, got some fourth down stops, forced an interception, and Trevor Lawrence is just dicing them up. they're just a really good football team.
They're really good. And Trevor Lawrence, when I say he's one of the best quarterbacks right now, here are some of the stats from his last 4 games. Against the Titans, 229, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Against the Colts, 244, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Against the Jets, 330, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Against the Denver Broncos, 279, 3 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. So I think he's also had, 7 rushing touchdowns in the last 4 games?
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football he's ever played. They're calling him Steezy Trev in Jacksonville.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it. The pictures are very funny. It's like when Kirk Cousins would win a game and they'd dress him up like you'd put like jewelry and chains on your dog and take a picture and be like, that's funny.
Yep.
They're kind of doing that with Trevor, but more so than all the weird, wacky behind-the-scenes stuff. I like the new Jaguars mentality, which I think Trayvon Walker said it best. They asked him, like, do you want people to jump on your bandwagon? He said, no. Fuck everybody but us. Fuck everybody but us. Then he apologized to his mom and grandma. I don't know if mom and grandma are included in the everybody but us. I think they are. I think friends and family is in the us. But yeah, the Jaguars they're still saying like nobody believes in us. You're going to have a hard time saying that nobody believes in you because now you've played so good that I think a lot of people are believing in you.
Yeah, and this was the game, they have been hot. They haven't, the last few weeks they have been playing. I mean, they beat the Jets last week. I think that's part of, when you dismantle the Jets, it's not, you don't get like top billing. But looking at the Jaguars season in totality, they have beaten 5 playoff teams. Panthers, well, I'm assuming the Panthers make the playoffs. They might not. Panthers, Texans, Niners, Chargers, and Broncos now. They also beat the Chiefs when the Chiefs were fully healthy. Mm-hmm. And outside of if they don't have to play the NFC West, they should be good. They got blown out by the Rams and they got kind of handled by the Seahawks. The score looks a little closer. But like other than that, I mean they've just been playing really good football and it's just they've beaten really good teams. Trevor Lawrence, this is another coaching matters where Liam Cohen has completely changed the trajectory of a franchise by showing up and adding some shit to him, some swagger to him, and more than anything, coaching Trevor Lawrence and getting him playing the best football at least since 2022, but probably ever as a pro.
I'd say ever as a pro.
Yeah.
I would.
He had that
definitely
stretch in 2022 where he was pretty nice.
In the cut it loose and let it rip era, this is the best that Trevor Lawrence has ever played, I think. And the Jaguars, they clinched the playoffs with a Colts loss on Monday night.
Okay.
A lot rides on that. Basically, if you're in the playoff picture right now in the AFC, things get a whole lot better for you if the Colts lose tonight.
Yeah, we'll talk about the entire playoff picture when we finish after talking about Ravens Patriots, which just ended, but the Colts game does swing. It enters a lot of teams into the dance officially if they lose to the Niners. But yeah, the Jaguars are just really good. And that Trevor Lawrence, like they were down, I think 10-7 to start the game, and then they went 6 out of 7 drives they scored on. And Liam Cohen had a little something for Sean Payton after the game. Sean Payton said earlier in the week that it's a smaller market, but you see a really good team when talking about the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. And Liam Cohen, after the game, said a small market team like us can come into Mile High and get it done.
Yeah. And
I like it.
I like what Trevor Lawrence said when he signed with the Jaguars. Yeah, we might be a small market, but actually by land area, we're the biggest market in the NFL. So suck my dick. I added in the suck my dick part. I've been impressed with Jacoby Myers. Mm-hmm. What a transformation his life has had in the last couple months. He goes to Jacksonville from the Raiders, and then he's rewarded before the season's even over. That's how much they love him. They gave him a $60 million extension.
Yeah.
Before the end of the season. I think they were hoping to get it done in the offseason. They said, no, fuck that. Jacoby, you're sticking around. He was great today. Parker Washington was great today, too.
Yeah, they're just really good. And as for the Broncos, that was not Bo Nix's. I mean, he had that one absolute dime in the first half, but that was not the best performance from the Broncos. I was shocked more than anything with how many guys, and this is a testament to Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence, just it felt like guys were open all day for the Jaguars. They got whatever they wanted offensively. They were 4 for 5 in the red zone. The Broncos were holding teams to 38% before this game. So that was the weird part. That was the part I was looking at, just being like, I thought this Broncos defense had that elite level to it, and the Jaguars kind of diced them up.
There was a moment in the fourth quarter where I was like, are the Broncos going to do it again?
Here comes Bo Nix.
Are they going to do it again?
Yep.
And it was they made a field goal, then they forced a quick 3-and-out from the Jaguars, and then they got a pick right after that. I think 5 plays into that next drive by the Broncos because they were down by 14. I think it was 34-20. And after that pick, it was like, okay, they're just going to run the clock out.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to wrap up. Credit to the Jaguars. They're just a good football team. The Jaguars are good. Prepare yourself, your family, your children, your loved ones. Let them know the Jacksonville Jaguars are a very good football team.
Yeah, they are. And I don't know. I mean, the good news for the Broncos is they get Thursday night football against Oladukin.
Yep.
So that should be somewhat easy. If they lose that game, then I'll be like, what the hell's going on? And then they get a little bit of a rest until they have to play Week 18, which we don't know if it will matter or not. Week 18 could be a struggle for everyone.
I think it's going to be like one game. It's going to be the Panthers and the Bucs. That could mean something.
There could be a lot of teams open for the 1 seed, but yeah.
It's going to be the NFC South Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. The Falcons 26, the Cardinals 19. I don't have a lot on this game other than 2 things. Bijan is really fucking good, and they should keep making sure that they feature Bijan. Bijan. He had 168 yards from scrimmage. He is the first Falcon to have 2,000 yards from scrimmage since Jamal Anderson in 1998. So it's been a long time. And then Kyle Pitts hit his TDs.
Yep.
5. Officially. 5th season, 5 TDs. He's got to stop. He cannot get another one. We talked about it this preseason, but Kyle Pitts, first year in the league, 1 TD, second year 2, third year 3, fourth year 4. He is in his 5th year. He just got his 5th TD. Please do not score again. We want to make that graphic.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's just incredible growth. You have to sign him if he's going to be a free agent, right?
You signed him to a 5-year deal. By the end of that contract,
oh my God,
you've got the best tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Pretty much guarantees it. Listen, I don't have anything on this game besides the Kyle Pitts stat.
Yeah.
That was it. I didn't watch too much of it. I didn't really feel the need to when you had some other games that were going on in the afternoon slot, getting ready for the show. But it was
I'll tell you,
it was good. Kirk Cousins, another win for Kirk.
Yeah. I watched a lot of this game because I did have some bets on it, and it was very Cardinals in that the Cardinals will come out of every game like the start of the game and their offense looks great and then they'll just stop.
I did see that Michael Wilson touchdown catch.
That was crazy.
The 32-yarder to start it off. That was an insane catch that he made.
The Cardinals are just a bummer. They're just not. They're injured. They're bad. Their coach is going to get fired. This is one of those bummer teams. You just got to play out the string.
Yep.
Who do they even play anyone that's important left?
I would be okay if the Cardinals just had a 15.
Oh, they play the
season.
Rams week 18. Rams or Cardinals at Bengals. Well, I'm going to take that over. Cardinals at Bengals next week, and then they play the Rams. They'll just lay down, and that'll be that.
It might be a double laydown game.
Could be a double laydown game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we'll get to the playoff picture in week 18 in a minute. Texans.
What happened in that Monday night game against the Cowboys? Where did that
I don't
come
know. I don't know. Well, it turns out the Cowboys aren't that good.
Yeah.
That was also part of it. We should have known that.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans 23, Raiders 21. Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. We gave you the offer on Friday to just walk off into the sunset and we'll pretend you never played for the Raiders. They were so close to ruining that deal. Because if they had beaten the Texans today, we would have had to remember that they were on the Raiders because it would have had like a domino effect on seeding and all that stuff. And the Texans are obviously a really good team. They were so close to doing it.
Yeah, the Raiders have a history of doing that too.
Yeah.
I still remember the Ravens losing to the Raiders in week 2?
Yeah.
Of was that last season?
Yeah.
Yeah. That if you lose to the Raiders, that's going to stick with me for a long time.
Yeah.
And they did fight. Credit to them. Ashton Ginty looked really good today.
Really good. He first rookie to have a 60-yard touchdown catch and a 60-yard touchdown pass since Kareem Hunt in 2017. So that's a cool Ashton Ginty stat.
Yeah.
That might be good. That he might be good. He had 188 yards from scrimmage.
And I think that the Texans defense played pretty good.
Yeah, their offense is not. Their offense is still. That's why I'm not stressing so much. But their offense doesn't look great at times.
Yeah, they're limited.
That's a good word.
CJ Stroud comes out and he has some games where he looks like 2023 CJ Stroud, and some games where he's 2024. This was a 2024 CJ Stroud moment today. That offense did not look very good. But yeah, the defense keeps them in any game. Doesn't matter who they're playing. So as long as he doesn't turn the ball, if CJ limits it to one or fewer interceptions, the Texans should win most games.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Okay, last game, and then we'll talk Sunday Night Football. It's good. We're doing a good job of powering through games we don't have to talk about.
Yeah, it's a take care of business game.
It is. That was a take care of business game. They almost didn't take care of business, but they did end up taking care of business because that would have been crazy if they ended up losing that game.
Yep.
They also, just a little preview, the Giants and Raiders do play next week. That's a consequential game.
Very.
Very, very. We might have to big screen that one.
Extremely consequential.
Yeah, that one's going to be huge. Okay, so Steelers 29, Lions 24. This was a big game. So the Lions loss put the Bears and the Niners into the playoffs. The Steelers are humming. I don't know what else to say. Like, Aaron Rodgers is playing good football. That Jalen Warren catch at the end of the half was insane. It feels like the Lions are the snake-bitten team of the year because we had the entire sequence at the end of the game where there was multiple OPI penalties. They scored twice. Both of them came back. And the Lions have had that kind of season where you see the flashes, but then they've had a few of these losses where the offense just gets stuck in mud for too long and their defense is too injured to keep them in the game.
Yeah, I think it was Kenny Gainwell that had that catch at the end of the first half.
Oh, sorry, it's Kenny Gainwell, not Jalen Warren.
Warren.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Jalen Warren had 1,000,000 yards.
He had a great game. Jalen Warren has not looked that good this year, and this was an awesome game for him. At the end of the game, that was an insane stretch that they had, like you mentioned, with the OPIs, and then the refs got together, had the longest huddle I've ever seen on the field to talk about what happened.
It was crazy.
And they ended up calling offensive pass interference. But what happened was we got to teach referees a lesson in bedside manner. When you go out in front of the crowd and you're announcing the outcome of the final play of the game, you don't lead it off by saying it was a touchdown.
I know.
And then go back and you explain the fact that, but however, because we determined there was OPI, it's not a touchdown. And, oh, yeah, there's going to be a runoff on the clock. That's the end of the game. Go home.
Yeah.
That's the meanest way that he could have announced it for Detroit fans. I feel bad for anybody that was in the audience at the stadium that had to listen to that. The Steelers were the better team, though, and they've been the better team. Steelers have been really good since we fired Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Since Mike Tomlin was fired by the fan base and booed and told that he sucked, he has done nothing but won. And the team has come together. They look like a good team. I think they're actually a good team now.
I do too. I mean, their defense is what they did to the Lions, and I don't really understand. I know their offensive line is banged up, but the Lions, when they were rolling the last couple of years, they were running the football down people's throats. They just didn't even kind of try. I mean, they tried a little bit today. They only ran the ball 11 times. Jahmyr Gibbs had 7 carries for 2 yards. The Steelers did an incredible job. It felt like every time they handed the ball off, the Steelers had a guy in the backfield, unblocked, ready to go. But yeah, the Lions, like the Steelers just dominated them kind of. And the only reason that this was close to the end was Boswell, who is usually automatic, missed that kick. And the Lions were able to move the ball down the field because that's what they have these moments. Like they had, I think in the third quarter, they had minus 3 yards.
Yeah.
They had a safety. And then they looked like they were stuck in mud. And then when they need yards fast, they can get them. But it's just a little too late. It felt like that happened a few times to the Lions this year where they're just going to look back and be like, man, that was a playoff team that just couldn't win a couple games late.
Well, what happened in the third quarter was the Lions just didn't have the ball.
Yeah.
At all. I think they ran like 3 plays.
Rodgers on third down was money.
Yeah, so it was the safety against Goff, and then the Steelers went on a drive that it took forever. It took the entire third quarter and kept the ball out of the Lions' hands, and by the time they got it back, I think they weren't really able to run the ball.
No. The running game the Steelers had 481 yards of offense. When was the last time they don't do that?
That's an insane. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That doesn't work in my brain.
230 on the ground, 266 passing. They nuts. And then I guess I don't know, or that doesn't add to 480. How did I get 480? Did I do it right?
You said 200 what yards passing?
260 plus 230. Wait, no, that's right. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah. It's late. I'm stupid.
It's 490.
Yeah, that's it. The Steelers offense looks good again, and it's not even. It's basically it it doesn't feel like the Steelers have changed their offense much because a lot of short passes, just that Aaron Rodgers can do that efficiently to a high efficient level.
Yeah, and if Warren's running like that, if he's getting blocking and he's going on 45-yard touchdown runs, then everything looks great for the Steelers.
Congratulations to Mike Tomlin as well, over 500. 22 straight seasons the Steelers have been 500 or better.
It's pretty good.
That's insane. This is Mike Tomlin's 19th consecutive non-losing season with the win over the Lions. I know that there's been a lot of jokes about it and the team hasn't won a playoff game in a long time, but 22 straight years of being over 500 or better, think about how many how many things can go wrong in a season.
I would take that.
And it just never happened. Like the Steelers are just consistently always there.
I think if a fan of a losing franchise would say that they would take that in a heartbeat, and you would, but then it would get to about year 17 or 18, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So the Lions are now, they have to win out and the Packers have to lose out.
So it seems like this might be...
It
might be over for the Lions.
Yeah, and then so Sunday Night Football, the Ravens lose to the Patriots. The Ravens are now on the outside big time. The Steelers can win or clinch with a win in Week 17 against, who do they play? Browns. So, Hank, Patriots, Ravens, thoughts?
It was a great game, great comeback. Can't lose a primetime game to Stu Huntley coming off a loss. A lot of injuries. O-line was banged up. Drake May had no time to throw. Overcame all that. Threw for 380.
Whoa.
Down 10 in the fourth quarter. Let it come back. Got the win. Feels good.
So the 300-yard club is now officially dead and buried.
Yeah, we talked about it. 300 yards, it's a meaningless stat. It doesn't really measure a lot. I do think 350 yards probably is a that's a level above, and 300 yards anyone can do it.
Nobody says that.
But 350 yards is the sign of a truly elite quarterback that can really pass the ball and lead a team well.
Hank, listen, you've seen a lot of football, and I have to defer my knowledge of...
Well, you've seen more. You're like 20 years old.
Yeah, but I have to defer my knowledge of elite quarterbacks to you. You've won how many Super Bowls?
6
Super Bowls. Yeah, one for the thumb on the right hand, one on the index. That's impressive stuff. You know that the real measure of a quarterback is what they do in the playoffs.
It's true.
And listen, I haven't been talking about the 300-yard thing for a while because like 3 weeks ago I thought about it and I said on this program, it's a meaningless stat. It's arbitrary. Drake May was averaging like 260 yards a game. The fact that he hadn't gotten to 300 was an aberration.
Wait, I have a question. So he got 350 yards. Is there another quarterback that hasn't gotten to 350?
I would have to look. I think there's probably a lot, but
yeah, there's a ton of quarterbacks.
Has Jaden?
Like we just said, what matters is what you do in the playoffs.
No,
right?
But no,
that's how you matter.
He has not.
No, if it wasn't for the Hail Mary, he wouldn't even be in 300. Not that stat 300 is not important.
So 350 is the new club.
350 is a big number.
I think if you can go,
that's a really good game.
If you can go for 299 in the playoffs, that to me seems like. Okay, now we're cooking. But you know what, Hank?
So the 350 club is a club.
It's big time. Big time club.
You guys are trying to make fetch happen. And 350 is a sad number.
That's a big number.
It's a sad number to hone in on.
Jalen Hurts is in the 350, right?
Oh yeah,
he's got to be.
Oh for sure.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because nobody cares about 350. Hank, listen, I told you this was going to be the week that it happened. I took Pat's money line. I took Drake May 300+ yards, 10-1.
Congrats.
Believed in him all week. And
Congrats.
Guess what? This was Drake May's first come from behind game-winning drive too. So this was a lot of things that Drake checked off the list. And he was super tough. He got banged up a lot. And now the Patriots are looking good for the playoffs. They're going to get back to the playoffs for the first time since
2021.
And that's when the Titans were the 1 seed in those playoffs. And you got to win in the playoffs. And once Drake does that, he'll check off that box too, I'm sure. Might check off a couple wins in these playoffs. And then you know as well as I do, it's got to be a great feeling.
Don't mean a thing without the ring. That's a fact.
Yep.
But again, young team, young quarterback, first-year coach. It's been a great year. I'm happy to be back in the playoffs. It's exciting. Clinching the playoffs, Big Cat, it's exciting to finally.
It's been a fun weekend.
It's felt like we're a playoff team, but to finally have that, X next to your name in the standings for Clinch.
Sick X.
It's great.
It was a good
Max,
It's a
you got
great
an X
feeling.
today or this weekend as well. A lot of X's for the boys.
For the record, Jalen Hurts is in that club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he is.
Caleb is as well.
Just wanted
said
to
Did
some
last year
great
against
games.
the Colts.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hank, listen,
It's a big club.
I've been telling you Drake May.
I was a little worried. If we're being honest, I was a little worried.
I was too.
I would
But
tell you-
he's done it twice.
Drake, everything, it's all fair.
Two-time member.
Hank, if you want to,
Two-time member, 350 Club is a huge deal.
if you want to talk shit, Hank, all fair. I did bring up in a past life that there's a 300 club that Drake May wasn't in, but I moved on from that. The only
Oh, he's only done it once.
I'm not
going to
bring up
Caleb's
the
only done it
300
once.
Club.
the only
But he is
issue,
in.
the only
350 club.
the only
Yeah,
issue,
350 Club.
yeah, you'd see you can't even remember what it is because 350 doesn't roll off the tongue like molasses like 300 does. But the only problem I had with Hank celebrating this, yeah, like something smooth coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
The only problem I had with the way that Hank chose to celebrate Drake's entrance into the club, he sent an illicit picture that he took of me in my underwear to Gaz behind the scenes. A picture I'd never seen before. Like, I didn't know that you had snapped a picture of me in my underwear.
What?
That's not true. I showed you the picture.
Well, yeah, when
It was from a video on my phone.
When you sent it, you have a video of me.
When we both got spray tanned, yeah, I was taking content because that's kind of what we do on this podcast is like we lose bets and then we turn that into content. So
I was just shocked
when we
that-
got ridiculous spray tans and we were sitting trapped in the studio for 4 hours. I was filming videos. I can't post the videos because we would probably get canceled. But yeah, that's a circle of trust group text. I'm not worried about that going out.
You don't think Gaz is going to put that out there?
No.
Okay. All right.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Of all
you're right.
people?
Yeah. Gaz is
Probably
fair.
not.
Gaz is a fair guy. He's
a fair guy.
So Gaz texted me and Hank at the same time. Suck our dick.
Well, yeah, it's called a group text.
Yeah. And I was confused. I was like, why does Hank have to do it too? But then Hank just replied with a nudie pic, and I was like, I didn't know you had a underwear picture to be saved in your phone, Hank.
Well, it's a picture
It was
of
a
you.
sticker. It was even a sticker.
It was a picture. Yeah, it's a thumb. It's a thumb. PFT. If it was a picture of you, which again, I wish I could post a picture. I can't because
Thank you.
we're a little too tan. But it was me and PFT were trapped in the studio while you guys were doing the cave. We wanted to save the reveal of the tan, so we were sitting in here for the whole afternoon slate. And it was when Shador got 300 yards, which PFT didn't care about at the time. Was mocking me holding up a phone in his underwear with 300 on it.
No, Memes sent me that graphic, so I was
So-
showing you the graphic Memes just
So
made.
it's that picture.
You think I made that graphic? No, Memes made it, and he texted, and I was like, look at this, Hank, keeping you up to date on the NFL news,
I'll send it to the group.
because
just
that's what
for
we do. We talk
context.
about
Yeah,
NFL
let's
news
see it.
on the pod. You
By
know,
the way, Hank, you said one thing wrong just real quick. Shador is actually in the 350 Club.
Oh, true.
Yeah. He
That's big.
threw for 364.
That's an elite club.
it was a huge game.
Memes also why did you do that meme on your personal of PFT?
Wait, what was it?
The Uno.
Oh, the JMU one.
No, the Uno one that he just posted.
Did you see the one he
I don't know.
posted
Sometimes I
last
think
night?
something will flop.
Oh,
The one last night was even better.
this one is ridiculous. What even is this picture?
Wait,
It's just-
Drake May has.
As
See, this is where Memes doesn't even listen to the podcast because I haven't brought that up in like a month.
Oh, you deleted it, memes.
No, it's still there. It's on the part of my take account.
Oh, you're talking about the one where I'm surrounded on the couch?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was an aggressive.
It was a
one.
disturbing one.
Oh my god, this. Oh,
Yeah.
this- okay, I'm looking now at the picture of you in your underwear, holding the 300-yard club in Hank's face with the Shador celebration.
Yeah.
No, that's a funny picture.
It's a good sticker.
That's a really good sticker.
It
Oh my god.
was unexpected to get hit with that when I didn't even know that picture existed.
Good win though, Hank.
Yeah.
The Patriots are very much alive for the 1 seed.
Are we though?
Well, so all right, let's talk about 1 seed. Well, no, you know what? Let's wait to talk about the playoffs brackets because I do want to break it all down. I have a question for the group. We spent a lot of energy this year talking about Mike Tomlin getting fired, and it feels to me like we just had the wrong, long tenured head coach in the AFC North because it feels like Harbaugh might be out.
It seems like he does not like
Lamar anymore.
feels
he's
like
kind of
it's
sick of
mutual.
Lamar's shit.
Well, there's two questions I have because there's the Harbaugh one, which he's a very good coach, and I think a lot of teams would probably want him. Similar like Mike Tomlin, he might have to take a year off, but maybe it's the message isn't getting through anymore. I don't know. The Ravens have not ever since they lost that. Was it 2 years ago where they lost the home as the 1 seed to the Chiefs and that bad game plan when it was like this is the year they're going to go to the Super Bowl with Lamar? It feels like everything has kind of spiraled since then. I also don't know. I'm wondering where Ravens fans are with Lamar at this point. I would be very curious to hear from Ravens fans because he's clearly an elite quarterback. He's won 2 MVPs, and you can't. You get injured. It's more that the injuries aren't ever things that are like, oh, that's an injury.
Yeah, they're all mysterious.
They're always mysterious, and they're always
detective work to figure
They're
out.
actually the worst injuries to have for meatball fan bases. I count myself as a meatball. Like, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. In the fact that if I don't see like a broken leg, I'm like, he's probably get out there. You're fine.
Yeah.
And that's probably very frustrating for Lamar that he has to deal with people second guessing his want to be out there. But there have been some weird things that have happened.
And it was very strange when Harbaugh came out after halftime and they said, okay, what's the plan with you and Snoop Huntley? And he said, well, Snoop can do everything that Lamar can do.
Yeah.
Which is not something that you would expect a coach to volunteer.
Correct.
Especially one that you've tied so close together, like Lamar and Harbaugh have been the two guys in Baltimore for a long time.
Yep.
And they had a great relationship. I can't imagine Harbaugh saying this about Lamar 4 years ago.
No.
Or 3 years ago. Maybe last year. But things don't seem to be going so hot between the two of them right now.
I would agree. It feels like something is up, and the Ravens they're not going to make the playoffs. I know that they're not officially eliminated, but you now have a Steelers team having to play the Browns. And if they somehow trip up, the Ravens would have to beat the Packers in Lambeau.
Yeah.
And then there would be still a final game in Week 18. So they have to do a lot to get in.
It doesn't feel like this is the year for the Ravens.
No.
And it's ever since we had Stavion.
Yeah.
That teaches us a very valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Don't be nice to your friends when their teams are good because their teams might start sucking.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird, does it not? The Ravens feel weird.
They feel very weird.
And it feels like there might be a change. A mutual parting of ways.
Then John Harbaugh to Michigan.
I mean, John Harbaugh is a very good coach. I think he will be a very good coach somewhere else. But it just feels like they're at would they get rid of Lamar maybe to the Jets memes?
I spoke it into existence.
You did speak
Meme. Good organization. They think their guys over the hump, might have injuries. Send them to a bad organization who's needy, haven't made the playoffs in 15 years.
Has a lot of draft
Has a lot
capital.
of draft capital. That would be sick.
And would you want him? That's the big question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But you realize that in the scenario that you just explained, it seemed like the Ravens would be taking advantage of you.
Yes. But in my case, you get a younger quarterback. We just took a shot on a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Now you get, how old's Lamar?
He's got it. What? He's 30, maybe.
If he's 30, you sit him for an entire year, get fully healthy.
Wait, that's not how it works. No, he's 28. He's going to be 29 in January.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to trade
every pick,
like 3 first-round picks for Lamar, and then sit him for you.
He's not actually injured though. Like I mean, he actually is injured, but he's not injured for.
You got to protect the quarterback.
So you think that if you sit him for a full year, he's just going to get more healthy, over 100% healthy?
Yeah, we need over 100%.
You think he's going to get better at football by sitting out for a year?
Fully healthy Lamar is a weapon.
He is.
Yeah,
he's a
I
really
agree.
good quarterback. It's
you know what? I want to see it happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be so sick.
Maybe that's the path they pick. Like it just feels like if I had to, and I don't have any inside knowledge, but if I had to guess, it does not feel like next year both those guys are going to be there.
I think it would surprise me at this point.
Yeah,
if they both
wouldn't
were.
it?
Yeah.
And again, there's no insight. I'm not saying that Harbaugh should be fired or that Lamar Jackson should be traded. There's just enough weirdness around the Ravens that it feels like they're going to make a change.
They got a conscious uncouple.
And I'm very curious what Ravens fans think, because I feel like they're in that same boat where it's like something's got to change.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for Ravens if that does happen. Either one of those two guys.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be, we didn't want it to end this way. We still love each other very much.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working out. We're happier apart.
Hank, we should also say you overcame the worst no call of. I think it was such a blatant pass interference that they got so confused they didn't throw a flag. Because there's no other explanation for them not throwing a flag when, who was it, got tackled?
Booty.
Booty got tackled? Yeah. Full tackled.
I think it's because he caught it at first. So they were just like, oh, he caught it, so we don't have to throw a flag. And then once he kind of bobbled it and it got knocked out. But usually they still throw flags 20 minutes late anyway, so it was shocking.
It was so, but I think, you know what I mean, where it's when a pass interference is
it should have been called when the ball's in the air still.
It's so blatant that it confuses the refs, and they pause for a second, and they're like, wait, what did I blew that.
I think every ref was waiting for the other ref to throw the flag. They had a guy that was standing there watching it.
He was tackling him.
Right in his face. I do agree. I think that
there was almost an interception after that. The game, if they had lost the game after that,
it would have been quite something.
Riots.
I do agree that if Booty had dropped it straight up, like if it bounced off his helmet, I think one of the refs would have thrown a flag.
Yeah, right. It was just such a confusing play because there really isn't more of a textbook pass interference call.
He got tackled 6 different ways.
Yeah.
He took his arms down, and then he couldn't hold on to his arms, so he just grabbed his legs.
And then we also had Zay Flowers with the most obvious, everyone watching the game was like, he's about to fumble play when he cut it upfield.
The Ravens have a lot of those.
Yeah, they really do.
Across the board.
They also, the tough, I don't know if the rugby thing might have taken a hit too.
Mark Andrews.
It worked last week.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
And so they were kind of drunk off the rugby passes, and he just threw a crazy attempt at a lateral
offload.
Mark Andrews is one of those guys. He's good for one really crazy dumb play a year. We're like, what just happened?
I think that they might have had that set up to be a lateral play, but maybe not just when you're being swung around to the ground.
Yeah.
Harbaugh forgot to go over that step.
But good win for you, Hank. The Patriots are now, they're tied for the best record in the AFC. So let's talk some playoffs. Let's break it down. So Week 18 has the potential. If the Colts lose on Monday, Week 18 has the potential to be really, really bad. Because right now, there's 5 teams that have clinched in the NFC. There's 2 teams that have clinched in the AFC. I believe the number goes up to 5 as well in the AFC. Yeah, if the Colts lose on Monday night, the Chargers and the Bills and the Jaguars will all join the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
and it makes things easier for the Texans.
So it'd be 5-5.
Yep.
There is really no drama now that we've lost kind of the AFC North drama. The only real drama is the NFC South and then all the 1 seeds, because the 1 seeds are wide open for both conferences. Mm-hmm. The Broncos have the path right now because they have the tiebreaker over the Patriots. The Seahawks have the path right now because they have the best record in the NFC. But the teams that are still alive for the 1 seed, the Patriots, the Jaguars, the Chargers, I think are, and the Bills in the AFC. And then the teams that are alive for the 1 seed in the NFC are the Seahawks, obviously have it right now, the Bears, the Rams, and the 49ers.
So the Bills technically might still be they need the Patriots to lose to the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Bills have a very outside shot, but they're still alive technically for the 1 seed. Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, you don't have a login.
Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah, it's we're going to be 1 seed watching more than anything because there isn't a lot of drama in terms of who's getting in the playoffs.
What's up, Hank?
But there's a chance that
I have it right here. The Patriots have a 38% chance for a 1 seed.
But the problem is that the Chargers play the Broncos Week 18, but that game might not matter for the Chargers.
So the Chargers and the Texans play next week. If the Texans win that game, the Chargers will most likely sit all their starters.
So I'm rooting for the Texans.
You're rooting for the Chargers. You're rooting for the Chargers. And similarly, the Bears technically have a path to the 1 seed, but the issue is if they beat the 49ers will most likely sit their starters Week 18
they won't have
against the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So it's like if the Seahawks beat the Panthers, they're pretty much going to be – they're either going to be playing the 49ers for the 1 seed or the 49ers will be resting people.
Yeah.
So the Bears are kind of screwed.
A little bit.
The Patriots have a chance. They just need the Chargers to win against the Texans.
Correct. And then the Broncos, obviously, to lose to the Chargers.
But that game becomes a lot more likely if they're playing the starters.
Yes. So right now the percentages are the Broncos have a 43% chance at the 1 seed. The Patriots have a 38% chance. Jaguars have a 12% chance. And then the Bills, Chargers, and Texans are technically still alive for it, but have less than a 3% chance.
Has anything changed about your teams that scare me rankings, Hank?
Buffalo? No, it's Buffalo.
That's it.
Texans. I thought you were saying the Texans.
Texans defense scares me, but I feel like we could beat the Texans.
Does the Jaguars scare you at all? It's just because it's the Jaguars.
They're good, but it's the Jaguars.
What about the?
I just there's a big difference between I respect the Texans. I respect the Jaguars. I respect all the teams in the playoffs, kind of except for the Steelers. But they don't scare me.
But wouldn't the Steelers be under the Aaron Rodgers has done it before?
Yeah, but it's different. He's so old.
Yeah, but they would have to if you played the Steelers, that means they would have already won a playoff game. Monkey off their back.
It's not the same.
What about in Denver?
Jerry's been thinking soupy.
In Denver, I mean, the Jags went to Denver today and smoked them.
Yeah,
but you also, but you're not scared of the Jags.
I know. Well, exactly. Correct.
You just beat Snoop Huntley.
It's hard to do.
I don't you guys ask me these questions, I answer them, and then you're like, you can't. You're wrong.
No,
but you ask me opinion-based questions, and then you tell me that my opinion is incorrect.
His opinion is right.
You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. The only team that scares me is the Bills.
And would you play the?
It could be the Bills at the Patriots.
Yeah.
In the first round.
Yeah.
That'd be something.
Man, playoffs are gonna rock. The playoffs are gonna rock.
And I mean, I guess the Chargers, that's a ball club, so I should be very scared of them.
Good point.
That is a ball club. That's a fact.
How many teams in the playoffs are ball clubs?
Patriots, ball club.
So just every team's a ball club.
No. No.
The Broncos are teetering on ball club after today.
Okay.
Let's see.
If you lost in week 16, you might not be a ball club.
NFC. Let's see in the NFC.
Yeah, Packers might be a ball club.
I don't know if they're a ball club. I think with Malik Willis, they're a ball club.
They could be.
They play ball.
Oh man. Yeah, we're careening towards maybe the least consequential week 18 we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
There could be some things figured out well ahead of. I think the only chance we have to save week 18 is if we have multiple games that mean something for the 1 seed. So that would be Chargers and Broncos, potentially Niners and Seahawks. That's really the only chance.
This is exactly why the NFL should make the top 10 draft picks, make those contingent on maybe what happens in week 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're tied for the worst team in football, if you win that game, that's actually good for your draft order.
Do you know what would be awesome? And this is a very easy one that they could fix. Every team that's eliminated in week 18, the team that of all the eliminated teams that scores the most points gets a compensatory pick number 33.
I like that.
So just teams just going balls to the wall trying to score points.
Just chucking it.
Yeah. And it's just you get the 33rd pick. That would be awesome.
I don't hate it. Do something to make these games mean something.
But just teams would go nuts for it. And everyone would try really hard.
We're going to have some crazy spreads bouncing back and forth in week 18.
Yeah. What memes? You like that idea or no?
I know what you're saying, but I don't think you get the players to be like, oh, I'm playing for a draft pick.
Yeah, true. Maybe they have to do money too.
Yeah, money.
Money and draft pick. If your team scores the most points, if your team that's eliminated scores the most points on that week 18 Sunday, extra $200,000.
There you go.
Players would pay for that. Yeah, Cancun. Oh, I forgot to bring up. All right, I got to look this up real quick because I want to make sure that I get my facts right. I saw there was a Reddit AMA, and it was a wife of NFL player checking in. Okay?
So we're going to guess the player?
Well, so the person said they basically let it slide that it was the Texans.
Okay.
And then people were trying to guess the player, and it seemed like, this is all alleged, seemed like people were landing on Danielle Hunter as the player. And it's his wife that is doing the AMA. I only bring this up because someone asked, how often do you perform oral sex on him? And her reply was, almost every day or other day. That's got to be awesome to be in the NFL. Just point blank, she said that.
Now, are we sure this was actually a wife?
They said that the mod said she sent me proof. And like, I don't know how they vet these things. I'm not very familiar with any of these rules.
Listen, if that is
That's
Danielle Hunter.
Again, this is all, we don't know if this is fact, but that's props, dude.
What's
That's
his name?
fucking Danielle Hunter.
I would guess Davis Mills. Big neck guy.
Almost every day or other day.
Good for him.
Good for him. That's a wild answer.
So she could actually be the MILF Hunter.
This has got to be like one of those situations, like almost every day. Like, what about when I, eat? What about when we do Super Bowl Sunday?
Or like after practice.
Yeah, we eat wings all day and ice cream. Like, I don't want it.
If you get a sack. Maybe it's if you get a sack. Victory
Just a
Monday.
wild story. Okay, before we do Who's Back of the Week, I got the Roback question. RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase. Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, Roback.com, promo code TAKE. PFT, are you happy with how JMU performed on Saturday night? And we can talk about college football real quick as well.
We covered, which was awesome.
That was a great
the only
cover.
losing team to cover. We played really good in the second half. I know that there's I'll just be honest. The first half was about as bad as you could play defensively. Oregon was awesome. Their receivers were very fast, very talented, and Moore had a great first half. I think, what was the score at halftime? Was it like 30-3, 34, something like that?
Yeah.
It was a blowout, and Oregon could get whatever they wanted at any given time. But then JMU, I was proud, honestly. Like, last night I went home from the game, and I was in a pretty good mood. One, because they covered. Two, because they played really hard and really good at the second half, which has kind of been JMU's mode all season long. They're, I think, the second best second half team in college football. So I wasn't surprised that they played better in the second half. The 99-yard drive to cover, get the back door at the end, was elite. That was a great drive.
It was.
And it was against Oregon starters on defense too. So Oregon didn't really rest any of their starters on offense. They put in some second stringers in the second half on defense occasionally, but they kept their first stringers in rotation. So anyone out there that's saying like they took all their stars out of the game on defense, they didn't watch the game.
Yep.
And on that fourth quarter drive to end the game, the 99 yards, it was almost all Oregon starters in there. So I was proud of how the boys fought. And listen, if you look at the playoffs last year, Penn State beat SMU by 28.
Yep.
Ohio State beat Tennessee by 25. If you look at the Ohio State-Oregon game last year with 4:50 left in the second quarter, Oregon was losing 34-0.
Yeah.
So like blowouts happen in the playoffs sometimes. It sucks that JMU is kind of lumped in there with Tulane as being like, this is what's wrong with college football.
Yeah.
The reason why those two teams are in there is because of the conferences and the TV rights deals and the College Football Playoff Committee trying to throw some bones to the major conferences to make sure that your conference championship games mean something.
Yep.
And that they get bigger ratings. So it's not JMU's fault that they were put into this circumstance. But as an alumni, I'm very proud of the way that the Dukes played. I thought that second half was awesome. Most teams would have just given up. And the defense stepped up. Like Moore got picked off twice in the second half. And it wasn't because Dan Lanning was like, hey, go out there and throw some picks.
Yeah.
We got this game won. And
you scored 34 points.
You can ask Dan Lanning, because after the game, he was like, that sucked.
Yeah.
He was pissed off. He thought that JMU outplayed Oregon in the second half, which they did. And even though Oregon was a much better team than the Dukes were, still proud of the boys.
Yeah, that was you guys gave at least, I know the game was never really in doubt, but the fact that you were able to score it wasn't just 3 and outs and turnovers. Tulane I barely watched that game. Like I watched the first half and we watched what was happening and we're like, all right, well this they got no chance.
Yeah.
And I know JMU went down a similar path in the first half. But yeah, they fought. Alabama, Oklahoma was a great game. Oklahoma, it feels like, man, that dropped pass that would have taken the game to 24-0. You let Alabama back in, and Alabama's a good enough team that if you let them back in, they're going to pounce on it. And that was it. Like they had them on the ropes, and they just that was just. And then you had the pick six, you had the drop punt. It was just they had them, and now Alabama's a dangerous team.
What a catch! What a catch for Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah,
that was sick.
Yeah,
Alabama. Yeah, their offense looked pretty good.
They're a dangerous team now.
They're a danger. I still like Indiana. I might even like them with the points. I think it's 10 points.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
I know it's a big spread, but Indiana is a fucking wagon, and they've had their issues this year, but they look great against Oklahoma.
Yeah, and then we'll do a preview of these games next week. Reminder: we have a show coming out Wednesday, or actually it's gonna come out like later Tuesday afternoon, so you have a little time to listen to it, and then we have New Year's week. We're gonna have a show Monday and Friday, so we're gonna have a preview of the games, and then we'll have a recap on Friday, previewing Week 18. The Miami Hurricanes went in and to Texas A&M and just completely shut down that offense. And I hate doing the retroactive fraud thing because Texas A&M did have a great season, but they found the luck of having to play the bottom of the SEC schedule, and then scoring 3 points at home is pretty bad.
That was one of the most shitty, most entertaining games.
The end, too, was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was awesome. You had Michael Irvin having simultaneous strokes and orgasms on the sidelines for the entire game. You had every missed kick. You had fumbles. You had turnovers.
You had the best was you had Malachi Toney fumbling the ball, and you know that Malachi Toney is a good enough player, an electric enough player. Like, he's going to find a way to make up for it, and then he did.
And they scored the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah.
Fletcher needs to touch the ball more for Miami.
Yep.
Fletcher was the best player on the field during that game.
And Marcel Reed is I've never seen a drive where we were watching it, and I was just never been more convinced that an interception was going to happen.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yeah, but Fletcher, give the ball to Fletcher. Mm-hmm. He's a beast.
Now this second round is going to be awesome.
Oh, you buried the lead. What? Ole Miss set the Guinness Book of World Records record for most people wearing Santa hats.
Oh, yeah. They made a big deal of that on the broadcast.
68,000 people wore Santa hats at the game.
And shout out our guy, Lane Kiffin. I think 250.
Good for him. Listen, Jamie, you might have gotten smoked, but it wasn't set a world record for wearing Santa hats bad.
That's true.
That's tough if that's the focus of the broadcast.
That's true. That's a fact. So
also, Oregon was only 3 for 7 on third downs. It's just incredible that Oregon only had 7 third downs.
That is insane.
All game.
The game lasted forever.
It took forever.
Also,
I did look up a stat because I had a lot of people being like JMU clown show in the first half, which I agree with you. It was as bad as it can get. In that same game that I was talking about, Oregon, Ohio State, in the first half of that game, Ohio State had touchdown drives of 3 plays for 75 yards, 3 plays for 54 yards, 2 plays for 50 yards, and 1 play for 66 yards. So blowouts happen sometimes.
Yeah. So the only thing that I don't understand, and I guess I do understand it because this is how social media works and this is the world we live in. College football has a shitload of problems. I think we all can agree with that.
Yeah.
Like it seems teetering on the point of breaking when you have, Kenny Dillingham having to say, I need someone to write me a $20 million check. When you have announcements of players re-signing with their schools, you have playoffs that are voted on by, we don't understand. You have teams that could have won the national championship kept out of the playoffs. All this stuff it's bad. And the super conferences where teams don't play each other in Miami, all this shit. I just don't understand when the actual game's happening, why every touchdown has to be like, now we have to declare how it's broken and here's how it needs to be fixed. Like, the game's on.
Yeah.
We have a whole offseason to maybe talk about fixing this. It'd be like, touchdown Ole Miss. Well, this is why G5 can't be in here and this whole thing is broken in NIL's. Yeah, like, we agree, but I'm still going to just watch the game.
Yeah, I agree with you for the most part, but if you were a Notre Dame fan watching those games,
yes.
I say you let those takes fly.
I was more talking about I was talking about like college football media.
College football media having a big take about it and being like, I feel so bad for these kids.
Shut the fuck up and let
game's
let the
happening.
game finish.
Let the game happen.
And then we can do the big picture takes after the game's
Correct.
over. But yeah, if I'm a Notre Dame fan, I would have been watching the JMU game.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been judging every single sack that Tulane took, and I would have been like, this is such fucking horseshit.
I know.
I completely get it if you're a Notre Dame fan. But I'm put in a position where I'm forced to defend my boys.
Yeah, Notre Dame is stuck in this spot where they lost to Texas A&M in Miami, and that game was not visually appealing for the majority of it, and you can't really complain about that one.
I did like Michael Irvin during the game, though.
Yeah,
and
he
then after the game, he kissed Mario Cristobal on the cheek.
Yep.
And Mario Cristobal did not like it.
No, he was
like
mad.
not even joking
He was
around.
mad.
He's just like, what's up with all this gay shit, Mike?
Yeah. Hey, dude.
Pause.
The boys in the locker room are not going to respect me anymore.
Yeah. Why'd you do that? You think I would like it?
Another man just kissed me.
Because I didn't. I didn't like it at all.
Max,
Please don't do it again.
sorry about Villanova.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Brawl of the Wild was awesome.
It was good, yeah.
Yeah. Is it the Super Brawl or the Brawl of the Wild? Because I saw it being called both.
I think so. It's called the Brawl of the Wild, but since it was in the playoffs,
regular season,
in the
got
playoffs,
it.
it was a Super Brawl.
Got it. That was an awesome game. Yeah, I don't know. I just, when the game is on, I want to watch the game, and I don't need to pontificate about how everything's broken and everything's the worst.
I did listen to Joel Klatt. He talked about us
Oh, what'd he say?
regarding his take about college basketball in the NCAA tournament.
Did he agree to take
being terrible?
his man card away?
Yeah, he agreed. He agreed. Yes, you can take my man card. He said that he said it in the worst possible way, made his point very poorly, and then he went on to explain it and recommit to his original point.
Okay.
So this is fine. Listen, this is fine. Joel, you don't.
We love you, Joel.
Well, what he did, he said almost exactly what we said, which is you don't want to see the Cinderellas playing in the Final Four.
Correct.
I do like seeing the Cinderellas advance and see if they get into the Elite Eight.
Upsets in the first two rounds, blue bloods late.
And and occasionally if you get one high seed in the Final Four, that's good.
Yeah.
We don't want two in the Final Four, but he kind of agreed with that. But then he kind of doubled down on, you don't want to see any of the teams advance. If
So we got to keep his man card.
we got to keep the man card.
We're gonna have to keep it.
I think
Sorry,
he'll
Joel.
understand.
Yeah, we do love you, but your man card is ours.
Yep. He also said it was early in the morning when he did that interview, and they like to have fun in that interview.
It's like Alex Jones in the chili.
Yeah, it escaped containment and reached a wider audience than he's sorry he got caught. That's what it came down to. He's sorry he got caught with a bad take. And it's okay, Joel. We all have bad takes.
Oh man, yeah, we do love Joel. All right, let's do who's back of the week, and then we'll send everyone on their way. Who's back of the week is sponsored by Twisted Tea. Twisted Tea is the perfect beverage to keep the good times going this holiday season. Whether you're in charge of drinks for your family's holiday party, heading to the hometown dive bar, stay warm during your time off, or hitting a late season game, Twisted Tea is there to turn your holiday season up a notch and make a good time a great time. So make sure to grab a few cases of Twisted Tea this season. Whatever you do, keep it twisted with Twisted Tea. I was having a Twisted Tea on Thursday when we did our Secret Santa. It was great. Little half and half. I think I'm a half and half guy with you now.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Okay, Hank, your who's back of the week.
Bad boxing displays. This was on Friday, Jake Paul fight, which it's entertainment, and if people are watching, like we're in entertainment. If people are watching, people are watching. You know, you keep doing what works.
Yeah.
I was saying it to the group text that it's sad that a real boxing fight could not, generate this type of buzz.
Agreed.
Anthony Joshua, if he was fighting, another heavyweight, like no one would really care. We wouldn't.
He called out Tyson Fury. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. But for the whatever, I don't know who he fought in his last 5 fights.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just, it was a pro Olympic champion, real heavyweight boxer versus Jake Paul, who is not a real boxer at all. And they basically danced around for a few rounds, and then Anthony Joshua broke his jaw.
I agree with everything you're saying. The only thing I would disagree with is I think we all were just lusting after Jake Paul finally getting knocked out.
Yeah, that was what everyone wanted to see. I wish he'd gotten knocked out cold. He did not. The other thing that I would like to say, because there was a lot of people defending it, almost being like, no one would not a lot of people would step into that ring. I think if you offered a lot of people $100 million, I would step in the ring. If there's a chance maybe die, I guess, get my teeth broken, jaw broken. $100 million for what is essentially, I think the stat was he was in the ring for like 35 minutes or something and made $100 million. I think a lot of people would take that.
Yeah, I would.
I think what gets confusing.
Everyone was
is
like, "Oh, Jake Paul." Like, not a lot of people would do that. If you don't have respect for him, like, what are you doing? It's like,
well,
he's also committed his life to being a boxer. I think the biggest takeaway is Jake Paul is a pretty good athlete. That's really all I take away from it.
Yeah, he's a pretty good boxer.
He's a pretty good athlete.
And I think that it would be almost worse.
but is committing your life to being a boxer like a noble cause?
No. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying
it's impressive.
What was impressive?
I think the only
I'll explain it real quick, Hank. So for me, if you were to say PFT, would you take $100 million to step into the ring against name your heavyweight boxer? I would say yes, and then I'd get knocked out probably in the first 5 seconds. And Jake Paul went into the ring and he fought for how many rounds? How many minutes? 35 minutes, and he got punched repeatedly in his head, very hard, and in his body, very hard, and that had to hurt a lot. I think that's harder to do than take one shot to the face.
The impressive part to me is that Jake Paul is a pretty good athlete. That's it.
So you walked away from that impressed with Jake Paul?
No,
I
already knew he was a pretty good athlete.
I was not impressed with the fight at all. If you get mad at a Jake Paul fight at this point, it's on you, because they do the same thing over and over and over again, and it's always, this is the worst fight I've ever seen, and this one just happened to have a knockout at the end of it, which everyone kind of liked. But no, I'm not upset with Jake Paul. I think that what he did, getting punched repeatedly by a superior athlete, a heavyweight champion, pretty impressive to stand in there.
And I don't mind. Like, I'll still watch. I like this one a lot more than the Mike Tyson one, because it was at least, the Mike Tyson one was weird just because he was so old. This one was like, oh, this guy, like, if he had somehow lost, it would have been insane. But it was like, he's gonna kill him. When's it gonna happen? And it eventually did. I was just more surprised with the reaction online afterward. People were like, "That was like, you gotta tip your cap to Jake Paul."
No,
like that was.
Yeah, I'm not
big ups to Jake Paul.
No, that's
not
my
a lot
point.
of people would do that, and I was like,
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people would definitely do that.
That was what I was saying about the training thing. I think there's a lot of pretty good athletes out there that, if they committed their life to it, could look similar to Jake Paul in the ring.
Yeah,
What I mean by that is, can hold their own, beat some MMA fighters, and then when they fight a real fighter, get knocked out.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Like, he's a way better athlete than I am. Obviously, he's a way better athlete than, I don't know, 99% of the world. But there's still professional athletes that are significantly more skilled.
Yeah, I really have no interest in watching any more Jake Paul fights. Maybe ever. I might tune in. I might just like put it on if
I'll
there's
still
nothing
probably
on.
watch. It's like the classic. Like, if it's on,
Yeah.
and it's easily accessible, like, I'll still watch.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And the one thing you have to say about him, the impressive part is he's an insane businessman.
Yeah.
That part is true. I mean, he's gotten to
Yeah,
this
he's
point
made a lot
where
of
he's
money.
made a lot of money being able to, imagine telling anyone, like, hey, if you do this, that, and the other, you can basically live your fantasy of trying to become a professional boxer and get paid hundreds of millions. That's the impressive part.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Kirk Cousins is a good bubusinessman too.
Yeah. But yeah, it was not a
The fight sucked.
it was not a good fight.
The fight sucked, and yeah.
And I agree with your overall take, Hank, that I wish there were, like, a good big time heavyweight fight is awesome. And I wish we were still in a spot where boxing had that more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, boxing's dead.
Yeah.
It's currently dead. It might
It's in
get
a
brought
bad
back
spot.
to life, but
Bad spot.
boxing as we know it is dead.
Did you also see Anthony Joshua give a very sensual interview to Ariel Helwani?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Just
Pull it up real quick
gave
just
him
to see. He had both
two
his
hands.
He had both his arms, his hands on Ariel Helwani's shoulders and was like staring into his eyes. It was.
He's a good looking guy.
Look at this, Hank. Look at that.
Helwani?
That's
Yeah,
how he
I
did
guess
the
so.
whole interview with both his hands on his shoulders. Yeah, no, Anthony Joshua is a really good looking guy.
He's talking about Helwani.
Oh,
No, it's not.
yeah, he did break his jaw. I did see the picture of the teeth. It looked like a broken jaw to me.
Yeah, not a phantom punch.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's where it's not real, because Jake Paul broke his jaw, got knocked out, and his next post on Instagram is sitting on a plane with cash everywhere and guns, like real real boxers get knocked out, they're not being like, haha, but I won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
they lost, and that's demoralizing.
And that's what he does after every fight.
Yeah.
Like, regardless how good the fight was, if it was just like him dancing around with a guy that's 0-40 lifetime,
Yeah.
and then everyone's mad at him, next picture on a PJ.
Yeah.
Thanks for the money.
He just kept on trying to take him down.
Yeah.
Okay. Your who's back?
My who's back of the week is bad boxing matches, because it was DK Metcalf against a fan.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
It was nuts.
He's
So,
going to get fined, suspended?
I don't know. We'll see. But the fan,
Definitely. $500K.
He didn't land anything.
yeah, he didn't land.
Still.
So the fan,
NFL doesn't mess around when it comes to the fans.
the fan like called him over because he had a DK Metcalf jersey apparently, but he was a Lions fan with blue hair.
He used government name.
Oh,
He
did
big
he?
T'd him.
Wow.
It was the same thing.
Oh, he did really try to throw a punch, and it's really DK. It's tough when you do it with a guy in Honolulu blue hair
With a wig.
The guy said after that he just called him by his real, like, whatever, Decarius, whatever his full name is.
Thank God he didn't land a punch.
And the guy celebrated right afterwards too.
Yeah.
See,
no,
that-
this guy's probably a dick, but
He's a dick.
DK's got to know to just not go up to him.
Also, if I'm that guy's lawyer, I am so disappointed in the fact that you raised both your hands in victory after getting punched.
Yep.
You got to fall to the ground. You got to get stretchered out of there. You got to show up in a neck brace for work tomorrow. You can't sell that to a jury right there. It's
Just,
disappointing.
Yet again, why we need to have a fight a player rule.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that it would be the best rule in sports.
If I was the Steelers, I just would have given DK the ball every play for the rest of that game, because he's probably going to be suspended next week.
Yeah. Okay, my who's back. It's two college football stories we forgot to mention. One, thoughts and prayers to Johnny Manziel. Hopefully he gets better. He missed game day.
He did, yeah. He got norovirus on the way to the air. So apparently he went to the
Jake Paul
fight in Miami, and then probably kept it pretty low key afterwards, and then got on a plane, or was about to get onto a plane to fly to College Station. But on the way to the airport early in the morning after going to the Jake Paul fight in Miami, he came down with norovirus.
That's brutal.
Which is the worst kind of virus that you can get, I think.
Yep.
And so he wasn't able to make game day.
Ah.
And he said that he was feeling about a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
That was also the final score.
That was the
of
final
game.
score.
There's almost nothing on the. Oh, can you open that up again? There's almost nothing on this earth that have made me miss that game. I will continue to let everyone out there run with a fake narrative, and at the end of the day, perception always wins over reality.
Wait, so he's actually being 100% truthful here. He said there's almost nothing on this earth that would have made me miss that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jake Paul fight.
He was at the Jake Paul fight.
That's part of the things that would make him miss the game.
I went to the
There's almost nothing. That means there is something, right?
Well, let me just put it to you this way. I went to Miami, yada, yada, yada. I missed my flight the next morning.
Yeah, but he's being truthful.
Norovirus.
He said there's almost nothing. I mean, and if there's almost nothing, that means there is something that would make him miss that game. You'd have to think Jake Paul fighting Anthony Joshua is in that something category.
A pretty solid party might be one of those things.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, Alex Caruso, who is the man, way to step up. That was the only part I didn't like, because everyone been like, and then we got Alex Caruso is a 1.5-time NBA champion.
Sixth man of the year.
Put some fucking respect on his name.
First Italian player to win Defensive Player of the Year ever.
Yeah.
In the history of the NBA.
He's the absolute man. True guy's guy. So let's put some respect on his name. And then my other one was Marcus Freeman to Giants rumors. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Because it's starting. I don't know. I do think that college coaches will always try to go to the NFL because it's easier. But Marcus Freeman does feel like he's got a really good thing going on at Notre Dame. And I know this is not how how Marcus Freeman thinks, but maybe deep down, if you hit him with truth serum, missing the playoffs did kind of buy him an incredible hypothetical win. In that, if he misses him next year, it's like, well, yeah, but in 2025 they could have won it all.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have to go. Like if would you rather?
I think there's a little bit of that going on right now.
Yeah. Would you rather get screwed out of a playoff spot or lose in the first round of the playoffs? I think it's screwed out of a playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean it would have been pretty sweet if JMU had gotten left out of the playoffs and then Duke got blown out by Oregon, and then I could have been like, we would have given a better game.
Right.
Yeah.
You
No, that's
basically
good.
have a hypothetical for the rest of your life being like, well, we never know what would have happened with the 2025 Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah.
And that is something that all Notre Dame fans should take with them forever. I know they will. You just say, well, if we had gotten in, it could have gone down differently.
And you can also use this entire postseason to just bend college football to your will.
Oh, yeah.
By being like, you fucked us over so bad this year that we're never going to join a conference, and we get an auto bid.
Although they are probably going to have to join a conference.
They might have to join a
They're
conference.
definitely going to have to join a conference. Zach, finish us off.
Oh, never mind. We're on. Sorry. My Who's Back of the Week is going to be a redemption arc. Week 3 Challengers Cup. Tyrod Bush have secured the victory today.
All right.
They're locked in.
How much is this? How much are you getting paid for this promo?
I'm not a transactional guy.
PMT.
I just thought it would be a fun update because there was a little bit of controversy with the rosters. Got a new guy, but I can backpedal.
Who put you up to this?
I just thought maybe you guys wanted an
Max?
That was me.
Max, you put him up to this? So who put you up to it, Max?
No one put me up to it.
That's a lie.
Well, in transparency, his Who's Back was boxing, and then he started to panic, so I just said Bush. And Bush is back. Bush won today. They are. No one is more back in this exact moment than Bush. They are back.
So they won the whole thing.
Yeah, they
This week?
swept through Saturday, got to Sunday, swept through Sunday, went to Map 7. It's pretty electric.
So what happens now? And a bigger team buys even more of your players?
Well, pipeline has been established because TJ did go to Surge.
But is the pipeline good? Do you get paid for it?
I believe the pipeline can be a good thing.
But do you get paid for it?
You can
Because, like,
establish because you establish
grand.
buyouts on
Very little amount. Very little amount.
$2,000.
you do get paid.
They got paid $2,000.
Oh, okay. So you do get paid something.
It's all about establishing the pipeline,
So you're just going to try to keep getting players to get bought
or win games too,
and then get to the next level.
ground up.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
go up to the next level,
Yeah, there's yes sir.
which is just win enough that you go up.
You just win it. You win at challengers. You establish a brand. Build a fan base. A lot of guys back in the bush.
I will say it feels like the
Some
Bush is
lifestyle
doing
content.
things are going well. I'll say that. I'm a Bush
They've
fan.
won 2 out of 3 weekends. It's fun to watch. It's fun to kind of watch.
I still don't understand the economics of this entire thing, but I will say from an outsider's perspective, it's going well. And I back the Bush.
I don't get it.
Without my money, but I back the Bush.
I don't get it, but I'm glad you're having fun, Zach.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
If-
Yeah.
If
guys
you
ever have any
enjoy it,
questions, I
Are
got
you winning, son?
Yeah.
I think they're
Yeah,
winning.
that's me. That's me.
I want to see you play, though.
Nah, I'm no good.
Zach the Bush.
I will play though.
Ooh, I like
Zach
that.
the
Hank.
Bush.
Post Super Bowl.
Zach the Bush.
Post
Zach
Super
the
Bowl, we're
Bush.
playing. He's playing.
He is going to play.
We got all sorts of games. Let's do it.
Yeah. We got to win a national championship.
There's one man in our way, Big Cat.
Jeremiah Smith.
Yes.
Jeremiah Smith. For sure.
By the way, what happened?
Jeremiah Smith has fucked us up.
What happened to
multiple
Ryan
times.
Williams?
I don't know. That's a good question. His hands don't work.
It's very strange.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But they're still alive, so maybe he's got a redemption
right?
arc. Jason Whitlock might have been right. Okay, so let's see. Three playoff bursts clinched on the podcast this weekend, so we're going to have some playoff football. And then, Zach, you're the last one we're waiting for.
Week 18. Let's do it.
Week 18.
What if we just all clinch? What
I
if we get
cannot believe
clinched?
the Bucs are still alive. It's fucking ridiculous.
They're never going to be dead.
Somebody has to do it.
It's seriously, they're going to play Week 18. They're going to lose to the Panthers, and then there's going to be a report that, like, well, if the Bucs, if they show up to the first round of the playoffs, we'll have to let them play.
Baker Mayfield,
Yeah.
career high, 397 passing yards.
Oh, he's in the 350
Yep.
club.
Congrats, Zach.
That's
That's
I appreciate
huge.
that, Hank. Thank
It's a
you.
really sad stat. After I even explained to you that 300 doesn't mean anything.
No, but 350.
Zach Wilson has 350.
Whoa.
Mike
Bang.
White's done it twice.
Whoa.
Bang.
Big boy club.
Boom.
The big boy club.
You can't use my shit against me.
Tell me Justin Fields might.
Oh, he did it versus the
Definitely-
Commanders.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
We were at that game.
Yeah.
DJ Moore had like 200
Yeah,
yards.
he
on
had,
the
all,
ball.
he had
Yeah.
a couple. I think he had another one, too. He's maybe done it a couple times.
Doing the playoffs. Playoffs, all that matters. Hank's told me that 400 times. Season doesn't start.
He did not.
No,
Justin Fields did
335.
not.
Oh, no. He didn't? That's actually, whatever.
Still not bad.
it's better to be more exclusive on the club anyway.
Yeah.
We don't want.
No, yeah, we got Zach and Mike.
Has Orlovsky done it? What do you have in the game?
Orlovsky tweeted about it today.
Yeah, no, I tweeted about the 300, but is he in the
Yeah.
350?
I don't know.
Because that would be.
It's not actually a club, so I don't keep track.
He is 350.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, on the
350.
dot.
What a stud.
350. Way to go. 353. Okay. Good game. Good show, boys. We'll see everyone. What time are we going to release the pod on Tuesday? Afternoon? Give people some time to listen if
yeah.
they have flights and
3
stuff.
o'clock?
Yeah. So we're gonna
4 o'clock?
it's a quick turnaround. We're not gonna do we're gonna do an abbreviated preview, but we do have 2 great interviews. We have Ryan Whitney and Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind. He came in studio and it was awesome.
Yeah,
we're big fans. If you're a fan of Third Eye Blind, 90s music, today's music.
Very interesting dude.
Yeah. Okay, numbers.
3.
Good job, memes.
You're going to get it today, memes.
By the way, Zach,
I hope
great
PFT
job.
gets it.
100.
Great job on the whole studio.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that, Big Cat. Glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Same to you, PFT.
So-
Glad you enjoy it.
Some people were pointing out that Drake May threw for 300 yards before Memes got the lottery ball.
Oh, wow.
No, you're trying to switch
Think it's
this?
fucking funny, Shane?
I'll go 35.
51.
8.
I'll go 1. 15.
18. Caleb Williams.
18's been hot.
Yeah, it has.
Oh,
It has been
We got to
hot.
fight in the booth. We got to fight.
Why? What's the fight?
Zach took Shane's number and he's upset even though it didn't hit, so there's no reason to be upset.
You want to go one more? You want to switch numbers?
Yeah, you can have 8, dude.
Do we all switch?
Oh, no.
Do we all switch?
You all want to switch?
Shane,
Switch to
Shane, do you
Stan.
want to switch?
Are we all switching?
switch.
Wait,
Yeah,
we're all
I'll take
switching.
51.
All right, I'll
50.
take
You
8.
shouldn't have 51.
I didn't know.
Someone's got to take
thought it
3.
was
I don't
given
want
to
to
me.
take 3, but someone's got to take 3.
I'll
Anything,
take 3.
anything under 50.
I'll take 8. Lamar
have.
Jackson. Jet.
I'm going to stick with 100.
So
99.
you can have 1.
No, I don't want one.
All right, I'll take 3.
Ravens fans also responded to the Photoshop of Lamar.
Saying what?
Harbaugh out.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Lamar would be the player. Yeah, you keep.
He's
the
28.
quarterback. Yeah.
I'll go 15.
What if this?
So 71.
What memes? What's your
What
number?
if this is 3?
Then I'd be happy for
No, you
Big
won't.
Cat.
Me?
Be fired up.
What's your number, memes?
His is 8.
8 for Lamar.
28.
Let's do
28.
one more.
No, I
wait.
think that's good.
Okay, fine.
Do we have to record one for the next show?
No, we're doing.
Nope, we'll be here.
Well, you could just press it. You're so close.
I'll press it, but it doesn't count.
Practice?
Sure.
Oh yeah, this doesn't count. This does not count.
Sure.
We'll just
Press
end
it up.
the
Press
pod.
it down.
Let's see
You
where
could
we're
actually just say "love you guys" and then we end it.
Love you guys.
at. There's so many integers of 3.
73.
Love you guys.
That didn't count, though.